Okay, we are good. All right, so how is everybody doing tonight?
All right, it's the weekend, man.
It's
Finally.
the weekend.
These short weeks are horrible, man. They're horrible.
They
They're
do
worse.
seem longer. Is
Yeah,
that
they seem
is that just is that just me thinking that? Like,
Yeah,
for some reason,
it's not. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, for some reason, it feels like it feels like this weekend was just longer than, or this week was longer than it really should have been, and I don't understand why.
I think it's because of like you're trying to basically catch up 2 days in one, right? So Tuesday you're catching up because I don't know about you guys, but there's always someone who's like working on the day off, and then they send you stuff, and then you have emails you didn't have when you left. Like, what the hell is this? Like, I always have people working on the weekend sending me stuff. And so, like, since coronavirus, there's no weekend.
Right.
Everyone just works because there's nothing else to do. So it's constant, like, just like bang, bang. Everyone just work. It's so tiring.
Yeah, I've been like nonstop emailing forever. It's just like ever since we've been working from home, and also, but like, yeah, just like a lot of like people abuse email. I find
Oh God.
Like, oh, just send an email, and then you just get like 100 emails. But I won't answer my phone, so that's my trick. I won't answer the phone because then they're just gonna want to call you every time, and it's like, no, I don't want that.
Yeah, people just want to have conversations they should have through other formats, through email, and it just makes things like 10 times longer.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna follow the same kind of format as we did last time, and so we're gonna give our just takes or whatever on WandaVision, and then we'll I'm gonna open it up to people to come in and give us our take. Oh, we have Belle Reeve here. Cool.
Nice.
We've got a lot of people from The Truth. I basically we hacked The Truth's live stream yesterday. He posted a link, and people were coming in, and basically like his internet his internet went down, so it was just me and like a couple of other guys there, and we owned his screen. Now I don't know how that's possible. Like he literally, like, he started it, but he was out of it and we were still on. So I have no idea how that happened. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so let's take a look here. All right, so let's get into WandaVision first. So Steve, you just finished watching it right like 1 second before this stream started, so it's super fresh in your mind.
Yeah.
Sean, you've watched it twice, right?
Yeah.
And I watched it in the morning when I woke up. So my memories, like Steve's got the best memory, and Sean, you've watched it twice, so you should be pretty good. All right, so Sean, you want to start out on this one and let me know what you thought?
Sure. Yeah, I thought it was cool. I guess I'm conflicted about the ending of it. So are we're spoiling, right?
Oh, okay, yo, spoilers are in effect. Like, hello.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's not even a point in discussing this if we're not going to just do spoilers. And by this point, like, if you're not up, like, I know people who are getting up at, like, I think here in Canada we get it at like 3 a.m. or something, or 4 a.m. or whatever it is. I know people who are getting up at like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. and doing watch parties. I'm up at 6 a.m., so it's easy for me to throw it on. But so yeah, spoilers are going to be in effect. I'm wondering if I should put that. I'm not even going to bother putting that.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, go ahead.
So the whole ending where it's like, Harkness was part of this all along and pulling the strings and all that stuff. It's one of these things that it's like, if it's, I mean, there supposedly are 2 more episodes. So if this is what it is, then I am disappointed, because the thing is, I feel like Scarlet Witch, or Wanda, doing everything out of some sort of like misguided depression is more compelling. It's more, you're more into that. So when she does something shocking, you're like more shocked by it, right? Like she expands the the hexagon, and everyone gets more gets pulled into that reality and everything, it's more compelling. But then it's like, whoa, then there's a standard issue villain, like it doesn't seem, it seems kind of cheap. So we'll see if that really is the case. But they can easily fold in, like, everyone wants Mephisto, so they can say, like, oh, her husband is Mephisto and blah blah blah, right? But the thing is that then you're going into a standard conventional good guys versus bad guys Marvel thing, and this isn't where this was going up until this point. Right. I know everyone was calling, like, Agatha Harkness from day one, and I don't know if those people are actually satisfied by this. I kind of am not. Like, even I was like, yeah, it's Agatha Harkness, but now it's like, and she's the villain, and they're gonna fight her. It doesn't really seem that interesting to me, as interesting as all the episodes up to this point where it looked like Wanda was doing this to people. Mm-hmm. And she could, turn out to be one of the big villains of the MCU. That seemed more interesting to me. Maybe I'm too dark like that. I don't know, but so we'll see what happens now. Like, maybe this is all a fake out,
Yeah, we're gonna have to see how it goes. Anthony's saying 7 out of 10. What do you think? 7 out of 10? Does that sound accurate?
7's good.
Yeah.
And the whole rumor that, like, everything is going to be an hour long from here on out is BS, of course, because this was like 30 minutes, right? So.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I thought. So is this 10 episodes, or is it just going to be 9?
It's supposed to be 9. There might be a secret 10th episode. The thing is, I think the next week, the Winter Soldier and Falcon show is debuting. So why would they want to, unless they're going to bump that out a week, why would they want to step on the toes of that, right? So I think part of it is that the guy who directed these episodes, or the guy who directed some of the episodes, he said that the runtime was like 6 hours. That kind of works out to at least one of the episodes being an hour. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Belle Reeve only saw the first episode.
Yeah, I know. The Truth audience, they're like heavy duty DC.
Oh, okay.
And her channel, so she's got a channel as well, and I think she mostly covers DC topics. I'm actually trying to get everyone's link ready here, so I can plug some of their stuff. I was subscribed to her, but I can't seem to find her now.
So. Yeah,
Steve, go ahead.
I kind of agree. I mean, if it's Agatha Harkness, then that's a pants load, because that's like literally at episode 7 looking at your cast of characters and saying, who could we really put behind this? Who has been around? You know what? Agnes, she's Agatha Harkness. Everyone will pick up on that who knows comic books. So it's sort of like trying to decide. We don't want it really to be, Scarlet Witch is the villain, which Scarlet Witch has always never been a traditional hero. So I was fine with her being the villain. Right. One thing that really didn't make sense to me, I agree, Grey Malcolm. They're trying to put really hard to make a villain. Yeah. But like one thing that really, when they showed like she was behind it all along and she was doing this and that, but I'm not sure how that impacts the fact that Wanda basically kidnapped all these people and made this world.
Yeah. Like,
I don't.
Maybe it's her Harkness that did it, but it's like, that's not what you showed.
No, that's not what you showed. And Wanda wouldn't be able to use her. You would think she wouldn't be able to push her borders out. Like, you would think Agatha would have to do that.
Right.
So, yeah, I agree. I think they're really trying hard to find a villain, and you didn't need to, right? You didn't really need to do this. You didn't really need this hard. You could sort of say, like, Scarlet Witch has always been, if a villain, a sympathetic one. You don't really need to, like, oh, no, we're not going to make her a villain. The one thing I'm holding out hope is this series has been so good that this is a fake out. Like, that's the only thing I can hope for. Because if this is it, then that's like literally taking a really well written story and then at the end just saying the butler did it.
Right.
And so okay.
Yeah, I have one more thing to add. It's like there's inconsistencies all the time. I think it's just a TV thing. I don't think it means anything. I don't think they've thought a lot of this through. Like Darcy is inconsistent in that like she's awakened and now she's lucid in this other reality, but she's not screaming about how painful it is and that there's voices in her head. Number one. Number two, that circus, I'm pretty sure, is on the outskirts of that town, and everyone's fine. Like they're not, like what was shown last episode. They're not like catatonic or like paused or anything, because they're out of this sphere of influence. They're all running around doing their own thing. So there are inconsistencies, and I honestly believe it's all mistakes. I don't think it has anything to do with like some sort of grand design or anything. Like I don't think they thought that through.
You're doubting the.
I am doubting the mighty Feige.
you doubt. Yeah, you doubt the mighty Marvel and Disney.
Yeah.
Listen, Disney has never made any mistakes before.
Yeah, especially not recently.
Okay, so I mean, this episode for me started out pretty cool. I'm like, this is awesome. I like this talking. Like, what's going on?
Oh, and the Captain Marvel outfit, like something like it, like
Yes.
Monica Rambeau. That was awesome. Yeah.
Okay,
anyway.
Monica Rambeau is my MCU girlfriend. She's like the best. It's like, oh
she
my
was
God.
Captain Marvel when we were kids. So
yes,
to me, it's like she should really be Captain Marvel. But hopefully she'll be the Captain Marvel in the next movie. I don't know, but yeah.
I like her a lot.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's killer. I don't know. Like, I'm a big visual person, which we'll get to once we start discussing some other topics. But like, yeah, if you can get to something to where there's like close to the costume, I knew that she was going to have a captain. You knew this, Sean. You knew it. As soon as that thing came off, I'm like, oh, I guarantee you the Photon costume or Captain Marvel costume.
It's the black pants and the white.
It's the pants, and the white. I like her hair.
Yeah.
I don't know. She has the Captain Marvel hair. Like, so Captain Marvel, Monica was Captain Marvel when I was playing the TSR games.
Yeah.
And I think that's like really cool. And I love Ms. Marvel, Carol Danvers, because I read the Ms. Marvel comics, and just actually today I got a Captain Marvel Carol statue came in the mail. It's pretty cool. So I love both Captain Marvels. I could have been okay with Carol just being Ms. Marvel and Monica being Captain Marvel, if that could have been a thing. But if they're going to use Monica and call her Photon or whatever, I'm cool with that. I definitely think that, oh dear, Agatha, I actually like this actress as Agatha Harkness, and I like the way that she's got the purpley color and Wanda has the red. If she really is just the main villain and that's it, then that is very disappointing.
Yeah.
We don't know. Maybe there's going to be something. There's going to be a stinger, or it's because I wanted Mephisto. Everybody wanted Mephisto or something going on.
It could be Mephisto too. Like it could be Rosemary's Baby situation that they needed her to give birth to those kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's part of the plan,
that's
right?
It. And Agatha's in there to help her, guide her or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, it is. That's Rosemary's Baby. Oh my God, you've figured it out. That's it. It's done. We can end the screen. It's over.
Okay, guys. Good night. No.
All right, so let's go through some of this stuff here. Okay, so let's go here.
Introducing what they need for the House of M.
Yeah.
They need to. Yeah, if Wanda becomes a villain, that would be sick. Because I mean, it'd just be cool. Because when Elizabeth Olsen starts to go a little bit crazy, you're like, oh man, you're like, oh, she's gonna do something. So that'd be cool. What else we got here? So from Gray, we got a series who wants to make one guy. Yeah, I know they're desperate for that guy to be a villain. Everyone kept thinking that he was going to be either Mephisto or Nightmare or something.
Yeah.
It's like go ahead.
My bigger theory, and this is not what it is, but my theory was that all the stuff outside is part of the illusion too. That it's a standard issue science fiction show.
everything is fake.
The whole thing is illusion. Yeah.
It's all a lie.
That truck was hilarious. It's like this big pumped up thing, and it like mega failed.
Well, it became half a like old timey truck too. Like
yeah.
Oh, that was cool. I liked how I like.
They pumped
Captain
it up.
Marvel
It's like,
2
look at this thing, and then it like super fails.
Yeah, I like to see Rogue in Captain Marvel 2, which they kept saying that might happen.
Oh yeah.
Evan Peters is not. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
not pretty much. It's not him.
It just looks like him. Scared me for Cackle.
I like her. I think she's pretty cool.
She's cool. It's just I don't want her as the main villain.
Right. She could be an assistant villain or whatever.
Yeah. Evan Peters.
Yeah, Evan Peters
being controlled. Is he even real? Like, we have to throw him outside the border and see if he sticks.
Yeah, I don't know if he is the.
He's interesting, and like I don't know if that stinger at the end looks like it's like the actor on break or something. You know, it's weird. He's got a hat on. He's like walking around. Yeah.
Yeah, Wanda.
Yeah, Wanda's. Yeah. All right, so Belia, she's X-Men fan. Wondering if they ever introduced Magneto. I don't know.
They did in Fox, and then they didn't seem to do anything here. So,
yeah, the Fox movies are messed up. They don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, the thing about Hayward too is that he's a stereotypical science fiction army villain guy. That's why I was like, maybe the whole thing is it's not, but maybe the whole thing is an illusion. Because he's acting like your standard issue villain, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like, well, in the beginning, he was more like kind of doing the right thing. Like, yeah, this is what you would do. Like, this is a situation where someone has kidnapped a town or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
No, everything he's doing is understandable.
It's understandable.
He's not really a villain. Like, of course you'd want to kill Wanda. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
30,000 people are held hostage.
He's Thunderbolt Ross 2.0 as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. Well, no, there's going to be a multiverse. So. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be like, I don't know, Nightmare.
Yeah. But they'd have to introduce that idea in 2 episodes, right?
They have 2 episodes. Get that in there, yes.
But I hope you do Nightmare correctly.
Marvel. Oh my god, what if Jimmy Woo is Mephisto?
He's actually Mephisto in this guy.
No.
Oh, that would be
the guy. That was weird.
That would be weird.
That would be crazy.
Well, my problem with the theory that that this will open up mutants, like I don't know how they would do that. The thing is, I don't think people understand what a mutant is. It's like, so listen, I hate to show my nerd roots here, but like a mutant is a guy that or a person that is born with those abilities. And the reason why everyone was afraid of mutants over like the Thing, who was a man made out of rock, is because Thing, Spider-Man, all those characters were people that encountered their powers through accidents or experiments or something like that. They were altered. But like mutants represented the scary future of like the evolution of man, and so people were afraid of that. If we're saying that the people in that town will now be mutants, they were regular people that just encountered a science fiction thing that made them into like people with powers. That's not really a mutant.
No, that's an altered human if you go by the
it's an altered human like all the other superheroes. There's nothing unique about them anymore then.
That TSR role-playing game, Face Rip, is what people call it, the FAS, fighting agility, strength, whatever.
Yeah.
That defined everything for me as a kid, because it said like there's altered humans, there's mutants, there's aliens, there's tech heroes. Yeah. So everyone falls into this category. There's like it's basically Superman, Batman, Shazam, Wonder Woman, and Plastic Man, I think, are the 5. It's like Superman's an alien, Batman is a regular person with technology or training. Yeah. Shazam uses magic. Wonder Woman is a goddess, so it's more like,
cosmic,
like spiritual or whatever. And Plastic Man is an altered human whose DNA has been rewritten or whatever. Yeah, and those are your kind of your 5. And then cosmic would be alien still, I would think, if it's alien to Earth. So that's kind of your 5 thing. And mutant is like, you're born with some kind of defect, and then your powers manifest. I don't think those people in the town are going to be mutants, though. Like, I think, like, Monica went back and forth a bunch of times, and that rewrote, and that's why her DNA.
Yeah. She obviously has some sort of powers now. Like,
for sure, she has powers. When she landed, she had powers. Yeah.
She has the blue eyes and everything.
Yeah. That was cool. Okay, so let's see.
But Grey Malkin's on board with me, man. What if she's controlling everything?
yeah, we're gonna. So I invited Grey Malkin. He's got a channel. I invited him earlier this week. So when I post the link, I'm gonna let him come on, and then other people can come on as well. So we can get a few people on at once, and then if people want to come in and out, they can phase in, phase out as we go. Mysterio. All right. Far From Home doesn't count. yeah.
That is true. Mysterio does lie about everything.
Right.
Yeah, the externals can the externals create mutants? No, right? Or unless you do it before, like, can they create it? Like, can you change someone when they're born to become a mutant? I guess you can.
So let me ask something though. Do you guys think that, and the audience too, are we going to start introducing mutants without having an X-Men movie? So I know that Quicksilver's here, but he's a known commodity. So are they going to start addressing mutants as if they're already here without having a movie around the X-Men? Because nothing's been announced yet.
I think so. Yeah.
Think so? You think it'll just be like, mutants will start showing up and we'll just know they're mutants and that's it?
There has to be some sort of like mention in other movies that, oh my God, this is happening, right? And then, I don't know. And it sort of seems like a Marvel thing to do, like seed it through things. Right. And now they have these Disney Plus shows to do that with. They didn't have that before, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah. They were trying to seed like other things, like the Inhumans, through the ABC show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had Inhumans.
Kind of fell flat in its face, right? Because the show sucked, right? So, like, not Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but the Inhumans show.
Yeah, I like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they changed around characters because Yo-Yo is technically a mutant. And then they made her an Inhuman to fit in, because she's a very known S.H.I.E.L.D. character in the newer S.H.I.E.L.D. So it's like they had to kind of get her in, but then they made her Inhuman, which I guess it doesn't matter for that character.
They didn't have the mutants. They don't have to do that now. But
so Grey Malkin is saying that the difference, between mutants and other superpowered heroes is that superpowered heroes have more transparency to the public. Yeah, people are. I think like it's like the mutant. When you say mutant, it sounds scarier too. It's like, oh, it's a mutant, like. Not like I was just a teenage kid and then I got spider powers. You're like, yay. Or Fantastic Four, where they're known scientists and then something happens to them or whatever. And the mutants are hiding. And there wasn't too many, like, I don't know. It's like when you say mutant, people either think, oh, they're all going to be villains. You're not thinking too much like, well, I know the Fantastic Four are good guys. And I know that, whoever, like, is the bad guy. Like, this guy's the bad guy. So it's like it's more defined that way. Whereas mutants, it is defined by saying the X-Men, but they turn back and forth. Some X-Men are good guys and they're bad guys. So all right. So what do we got? Where are we at here? So Anthony is saying he doesn't know if introduce mutants because. I mean, I don't know if they're going to use the shows to start introducing these things. This is a good idea because they can test the waters, and see what works. Like, instead of spending all this money on a big budget movie to have the mutants, and then people are like, well, we don't like the way you did it. I guess you could.
They might do it later, but the thing is, I think what's inviting this talk of mutants is, House of M, and they're using Wanda in a House of M-ish type of story. So that's why everyone's like, oh, mutants, but I don't know if. I mean, we got 2 more episodes, so we'll see.
Yeah, they're going to mention the X-Men in passing. Yeah.
So, I have a question that hasn't been asked yet. What becomes of Venom? Vision. When this is
he'll be gray.
Being dead.
Maybe he'll be the gray Vision that I like.
He'll be gray.
I was gonna bring that comic. I've got my setup here with I got my Vision and Scarlet Witch statues, so I have both of them together now. They look really cool together, and they're made to fit together. So it's all part of a set. But I want the black and white Vision. I want the gray Vision, man. He's cool.
Right.
Well, Wanda sees him die for a third time.
Oh my God, she's gonna go crazy.
Totally snaps.
And she'll really go crazy, yeah.
And she'll become the villain.
Maybe that is the end. And if she's not really a villain now, she'll be a villain at that point, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
She's definitely got villainous tendencies. So, but we have to see okay, so this is a weird episode because this is like one where we just got introduced to the villain and there's a few more questions, and then now the answers are going to start coming. So it's going to be next week's is going to be super important because there's going to be some answers, and then we'll see
every week is super important, man.
Well, every week is important. But this one, it's like now that we know who the villain is, it's like, okay, now we have to see
but
how it was all
we got
set up.
an answer, and now we're doubting the answer. Well, at least I'm doubting the answer. It's like, she's the villain. It's like, is she though? Really?
Well, she is a villain. She's a villain in it.
I like the Munsters stuff though.
Yeah,
it's like because I love Munsters anyways. It's like they had a song that was kind of like the Munsters, and they had the credits like kind of float in like the Munsters. So I know no one knows what the hell Munsters are, but yeah.
I used to watch Munsters.
Yeah,
it was that. It's that in the. I always liked that before. I prefer that to the Addams Family. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, it was that. I like Addams Family too, but like Munsters was better, man, to me.
Magneto hurt the mutant cause. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I don't see, again, at the end of the day, I don't see how Agnes is the villain. Agnes is the villain because, or Agatha Harkness, because the box around that town is red, which is Wanda's cover. She created that box.
Well, yeah, but she could use her to create all that. Like,
but that
see it. You can easily see it in your mind's eye. Like,
you could. Like, I mean, that would imply that Agatha Harkness is an even stronger magic user than Wanda. Is that like?
Maybe she is.
Okay, we have to take comic books and forget them, like, because. Yeah. It's like, because then you're going to get into the nerd debate of who's better than who and whatever. That's just done. We can't think of that because it's just going to drive you crazy. Like, if Agatha is doing it, we have to assume that she is strong enough to do it.
And if you want to work in something from comics, like if we're saying that Mephisto is involved, then she could be powered by Mephisto, right? And we know, like, I mean, in comics and probably in this show, if there is a Mephisto, he's going to be stronger. You know?
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Okay, so Caleb, you think she's going to say no more magic at the end? I don't know. That would be crazy. Because
that would be an interesting idea, though. That would be
interesting. I like that,
what Mortal said. Too many sorcerers, and she's like, no more magic.
And then Doctor Strange has to quest to get his magic back or something in his movie. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
On here?
You should work for Marvel.
half an hour in, and boom, we've like come up with something here. Well, you heard it here first. If this happens, buddy,
I've never even seen that theory. So yeah,
that's a good theory. I have not seen that either. Because people are too stuck with no more mutants or whatever.
Yeah.
They're stuck in this.
Okay, and then she's gonna say more mutants. Like, what the hell does that mean? Why would she even know what that is? Yeah, no more magic. Oh man,
he might say no more magic.
That's great.
Okay, so listen, if they say no more magic, we better be getting some credit. Well, actually, Caleb is going to be.
Caleb needs to get some royalty checks. Caleb needs to get some residuals from Disney's stat.
Yeah. So, well, that's interesting. Let's see what else we got here.
Wanda's being
so she might be being she's manipulated by Agatha. Is Agatha being manipulated by Mephisto? And am I manipulating them all? I don't know.
Is Mephisto that rabbit? Do you think?
I don't know.
Rabbit.
It might be.
Man, listen, if no more magic and he's the rabbit happens, that's it. I'm not watching any more shows. I'm just watching you guys tell it to me because you're going to nail it. Yeah, I exactly. Like I don't even know. Like, this is such a weird it feels like a very poorly written thing if she's just the villain. I find it so hard to believe that they would go to this length.
If this was well written, then it kind of makes sense that Agatha is red herring presented to Monica Rambeau. She comes right when they're fighting,
I see.
and then Monica Rambeau is confronting Wanda as though Wanda is the one controlling all this stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Strange is going to appear. I think we.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a worst kept secret. If it doesn't happen, I'll be disappointed. But yeah,
if you've seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, you know for sure that rabbits are definitely evil.
Night of the Lepus. You ever see that with the giant rabbits?
I have that on my shelf right there.
It's great. I watch it once a year, man.
And strangely enough, the blonde from the show, I forget her name, the Queen Bee, the blonde.
Yeah.
She played Anya on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Anya hated rabbits. She was afraid of them. So I'm like, there you go, circle of life.
All right, I posted the link up in chat. So Gray Malkin, come on in. You can use that link, and you can come in, and you just have to set up you don't have to be on camera if you don't want to. Just make sure your mic's working. Make sure that you turn off your volume on if you're watching this online or whatever, just so there's no feedback. We'll get him on, and then we can get a few other. If anyone else wants to join in, they can also join in. There was Comic Book Fan was another person I had just spoken to earlier, kind of last minute. If Comic Book Fan is still on here, you can come on in as well with that link, and we'll see how many people we can get on here before the internet says no. I'm testing different streaming services. So this is StreamYard. So I think with this free one, you can have like 5 or 6 people at once. So and if I like it, then I'll just get the full version and then we'll be good. But yeah, okay. So we'll wait for some people to come on. But yeah, we got Gray on here. So let me add him to the stream.
Hey,
what's going on, man? Good. How are you?
No, how are you? It's good, man. WandaVision's killing it right now.
It's killing it, man. It's killing
actors, they're doing such a great job.
Oh, they're amazing. So I wanted to say, so do you go to Gotham Central? Is that?
I go to everything. I'm still trying to figure it out. I like to listen to everybody.
Oh, okay. So are you because I think you subscribe to me, and we got a couple of other guys. Anthony, I'm going to get you in just a minute. But because I noticed that you're subscribed to a lot of the same people that I am, and I go to Gotham Central Comics as my comic book shop. I don't know. You're not in Toronto or Mississauga, are you?
No. I'm in SoCal.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So it's just a coincidence. It's just a coincidence that we're all following the same people. And I thought, like, did you see me at the shop or something?
He's going a long way to get his comics, man.
Yeah, right.
Listen,
I had to catch a couple flights in Passenger Custom just to get to Canada.
Listen, when you need your comics, you need your comics. Like, what do you want? All right, I'm going to add Anthony in here as well. Give me a second here. Let's get Anthony in. Hey, Anthony, what's going on, man?
Hello, everybody.
How you doing?
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
What's up,
Anthony?
Hello, everybody.
All right, so Gray, can I call you Gray? Is that going to be all right?
Yeah, it's fine. It's cool.
All right, so Gray, what are your thoughts here? You got a theory. What's your theory?
Oh, man, I got so many. Like, I think everything is Wanda's fault. Everything is Wanda's fault. Like, everything that we're seeing, every red herring, that's her subconscious blocking it. Because you got to remember, the subconscious, like, all this is in her head, and her powers are... Also, is Wanda a telepath now? Is that what... They're kind of saying that. Like, they're kind of saying she's control... Like... Yeah. But I think she's a victim, but she's doing it unintentionally. If that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
I think so. So it's like she's willing. Well, she's willing, unwilling. Is that?
Yeah.
Like she kind of wants this to happen. So someone like tapped in, figured out what she wants, and is kind of helping her make it happen. Does that
Okay,
sound?
you guys. Oh yeah, but also you guys remember Civil War in the beginning. We saw that young Tony Stark, and we found out, oh, that's just the BARF program.
Yeah, it was
Something to deal with all
Mysterio
your
made it.
issues. So,
Okay, yeah.
what if this is a combination of both? Because it's in a central place. Who's to say that they don't like that whole town wasn't made for Wanda using that technology so she can work through her problems.
Okay. Do you have a theory on
It's
the
crazy,
whole
I know.
Do you have a theory on the whole Evan Peters thing?
How is Evan Peters in
her?
here?
That's all her.
Casting, he was cheaper.
He agreed to come back.
Yeah, right.
I'm feel like I'm the only one who's gonna say this, but I felt like this was kind of a letdown.
I mean, this episode was. I mean, Monica got her powers. That's good.
Something we kind of expected with the whole
Evan
Agatha
Peters
thing.
being controlled
Yeah,
by
it's too expected. That's the problem, eh?
Yeah, but my dad liked it.
My problem too is Monica Rambeau keeps harping on this whole idea that the army guy wants Vision, but does he really? Because he didn't seem like he did when Vision was trying to get out of the thing. He didn't even help him or touch him or try to. It's like, wouldn't he be excited for that?
No, I mean,
that's the
he's
case.
trying to build.
What if they were
Vision,
remaking
that's
Ultron?
What he's trying to do.
Yeah.
But and Wanda, she thinks that he's the bad guy. He's trying to kill to make something out of Vision body, which he was not doing that. So like villain thinks Haywood
They
is
just
the
had his
villain,
body
but
in
he's
storage,
not.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, what if they're remaking Ultron?
I mean,
That'd be
that's a
cool.
good thing.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
There's a rumor
That's
too
right.
that he's coming.
Way too volatile.
James Spader? Yeah, James Spader was in the
Spader did
cast.
some voices or something. Yeah.
I
He's
think
definitely-
Ultron will be back in MCU. The way that he died in Age of Ultron is.
Yo, I mean, he got blasted by Iron Man, Thor, and Vision.
Yeah. But like every
think
time
everyone
you
got
end the
crack at him.
episode,
Like 12 people to jump him.
yeah, that's true.
Which is okay because Ultron is powerful, right?
He is powerful.
I like Age of Ultron. I know
Yeah.
everyone's
People don't like it,
that-
but I love it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, Ultron was a good movie. It was not that bad at all.
Yeah, but I felt like the stuff with Vision
it was
and the clown stuff should have been cut out.
Out of WandaVision?
But you
The whole
notice
stuff with
that
the whole stuff with the clowns and Vision and Darcy.
There has to be some kookiness. It's supposed to be like a cheesy sitcom.
It's Disney, yeah.
Those are like sword agents, so like they turn into clowns. So I get.
There's one thing I
funny.
do ask. There's one thing I do ask. This week's commercial was about
Major
Nexus.
Yes.
What's
Yeah, that's in
Nexus?
the comics. It's like to connect to other multiverse things and stuff.
Oh,
like
so Nexus means the multiverse?
that. Something like that in the comics.
Yeah, it's the center. I thought it was like the center of things. So like,
Yeah, center, yes.
it's
Yeah, look at that. She doesn't have
Isn't
the white hair.
Is that Man
yeah,
Thing
no,
Swap? Is the nexus of all realities?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the comics.
They had the Man Thing movie, but that wasn't Disney. That was just
That
an
was
attraction.
terrible. Yeah.
That shit was-
If they do
that-
do the
that was-
No, here's the thing. If they do
You
do the
saw that?
multiverse, I think the ones they can
I
connect.
have it.
Do you want to know what
I haven't
Do you want to know what previous Marvel film they could connect in this multiverse? They can connect the previous Spider-Man actors. They can connect the 2003 Hulk, the Blade
Sure.
films, Ghost Rider, and maybe the and all the other ones too.
Howard the Duck, man.
Oh man.
Get that
If I
in.
see
No,
the
leave that
original
alone.
Howard the
Leave it
Duck,
alone.
oh my god! And it's funny
Leave
that
it alone.
Agnes say, "Oh, I buy a kid before." I think she was referencing Spider-Man because
Why
I
was
think
that a
she-
Spider-Man reference?
Yes,
She's not
that
a
was a
spider.
Spider-Man reference because she probably buys Spider-Man. That's the reason why.
What, you think that Tom Holland got bit by
Was she
her?
Madam Web?
I
Oh.
think she met Tom Holland Spider-Man. I think
Madam
that's-
Web, yeah.
Madam Web? Agatha's Madam Web?
Yeah, that was her name, right? I mean, that's a like she has a bunch of fingers and a bunch of pies.
But here's the thing, the whole biting kid thing, I can't imagine that was the spider that bit Tom Holland.
I mean, she's been around for thousands of
That'd be
years.
funny.
So,
That was
That
really
would be-
funny.
That would be fun.
I mean, and that
Comic book fan Edgar wants to come in.
Yeah, I can't bring comic book fan. I cannot bring you in. I am at the maximum for this. So let me see if I can get rid of. Wonder if I can get rid of this.
Who?
I'm gonna get rid of my my screen sharing and see if that helps. No, it does not.
Because like in the fly, like the fly was looking at Wanda.
So Jarbo said that was Mephisto.
Yeah, in the comics, for Mephisto, I can't even pronounce his name. Is like always disguised himself as a fly in the comics, so nobody could recognize him.
Oh, also, did anybody in the beginning of the series think that Hydra had something to do with what was going on? Because we kept on all those. Yeah, see, you get it. Like,
well, here's the thing. If we remember, hold on a second.
Hydra.
If you remember in the commercials, they showed the Stark Industries and the Strucker.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, they mentioned Hydra twice, though. There were 2 and 3 were Hydra, and I'm like, that's why I thought, like, because Hydra created her, right? Like,
yeah, he used the Loki's Mind Stone.
Yeah, and they basically experimented on her to get the powers, and I was like, maybe this is like, but then you start to go crazy to think about things. So I was sitting there thinking, maybe this is all made up, and she's thinking about this while she's in Hydra's thing. But I'm like, but that doesn't make any sense, because why would Vision be there? I mean, it drove me crazy.
If this were comics, like AIM would be involved, but like they wasted AIM in the MCU. So.
Speaking of which, all that build up.
Never heard from them again.
All that speculation and build up for that engineer for nothing.
Yeah.
It's just a throwaway line. Everyone else built it up. They didn't really build it up.
I mean, did you see what was trending on Twitter? Reed Richards.
Yeah.
They said, like, one of the producers said, like, there's no Fantastic Four or anything here, but like
people would have been just Reed Richards, the scientist.
Yeah.
He would have been just a scientist before he got Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah. I think in the 4, I think the only reference I see in Fantastic Four is the 4 crates, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. But I mean, the engineer, they never show who he was or who she or something.
Well, I think they said it was that soldier girl we just met.
That soldier girl was the girl from Captain Marvel when she was a little kid talking to her. But like, they never.
Did Monica say it was a he?
Yeah, I thought he said he.
If it was a he, then we probably haven't seen him yet.
I thought she said I'll bring in someone, or I know someone.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's Simon Williams. I want Simon Williams.
Who's Simon Williams?
He's Wonder Man.
Wonder Man, yeah.
Wonder Man. Who would you want him to play? Nathan Fillion?
Yeah, Nathan Fillion could be Wonder Man.
Who knows?
I'm Wonder Man.
And plus, like Evan Peters show up in the background.
All right, I'm going to bring in comic book fan. I need someone to volunteer to step out for.
I want to stay. I'm
going to step out because I have dinner and walk the dog and stuff. So
all right, step out, Sean, and then come back in afterwards. And
see you guys.
Keep listening though.
Well, I like how they bring back.
Hello, Edgar.
At the end.
Hello.
Because he's being controlled by Edgar.
All right. So, what did you think, Edgar?
All right. I thought the recent episode was just filler, nothing else.
Filler,
but
it was a filler episode.
I agree with. Like, I'm just saying this right now. I thought that last bit. I'm like, is it Mephisto? Is it Mephisto?
But no, it's Agatha.
The moment of truth. Oh shit.
It'd be crazy if it was Belasco.
The moment of truth happened? The moment of truth?
Imagine if Mephisto was played by Al Pacino.
No, God, no.
No way.
Al Pacino did say that he wanted to be in a Marvel movie. So, like, who knows?
He could play,
but I'm just saying this right now. I'll just say this. I'm just hoping that the last episodes.
Which is 2 more left.
The last episode. Yeah, there's 2 more left. There's the next one, the next week's episode, and the last episode ends at March 5th. So,
all right.
those episodes need to bring Mephisto in because
What about
Mephisto.
Nightmare?
Well,
Do they, though?
Nightmare.
I mean, it could be in a post. I think if they show Nightmare, it could be in a post-credit scene for WandaVision.
For episode, you're telling me at the ending of episode 8?
Yeah, but here's the thing: like they give us so many questions, but never answer. We only got 2 episodes left. We don't even know who the freaking villain is.
Well,
Yeah,
I think
I think that's
it needs
good,
to be
though.
someone that has more weight than Agatha. I think that's what we're kind of everyone's agreeing on. It's like Agatha's cool, and I like that actress. I like her in that show. She's cool. I like that she's.
I think I remember that actress being the female Doc Ock in Spider-Verse.
There needs to be like, see, if it's like Mephisto, that's sick.
Yeah,
it
she
needs to be
was.
somebody a little bit more strong. Because if you're setting this up as a lead into Doctor Strange, it's like, well, Doctor Strange could like wipe Agatha, to pieces in like a second, right?
Instantly.
Yeah, he'd be like this.
Can he?
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Really?
Mephisto loves to manipulate people. My whole theory was like this whole show has to be a deal to where he gave the whole town to Scarlet Witch and the promise of bringing back her love, Vision. We're slowly finding out that's not the case, but it's just like the facts are. I mean, it really kind of bothers me that if they have that one villain that showed up in the recent episode be the main villain, and she's the cause of everything that Wanda has done, and Wanda and Vision have to stop yours truly. Huh?
I'd say
Someone say anything?
no.
No.
Back to what I'm saying. Like, have to stop yours truly, that villain that got introduced. Then you got to explain to me why she wants Wanda. I mean,
Right.
I feel like a villain has to have a motivation.
She's powerful.
Yeah, I know, but they have to have a motivation of why. What is the
Right.
book about? Because I mean, when I look at that book,
I
they
can agree
show
about
that
the
book.
reason why she want Wanda. Like, what is the reason? But like at the end,
Yeah,
Evan
I mean-
Peter show up again. So and we like. Okay, so I don't know if Evan Peters playing 2 characters in the show. He might be,
Well,
but like
people.
he did show up at the end, and then he showed up where she was controlling, aka Quicksilver, maybe.
I mean, we still don't know if he's the
Yeah.
Fox Quicksilver pulled from that universe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like in the beginning of like couple episodes,
So there's
something
a
came
theory
in
out there.
the hex.
There's a
All right, so
What?
let's go. I'm not.
Yeah.
Let's go around the way the screen is formatted. So I'm good. Steve, do you want to add anything to that? And then we'll go to Gray, and then we'll go back down to Edgar.
Yeah, there's just 2 things. Like, I agree with Edgar. Like, what is Agatha Harkness? What's her end goal? Like,
Right.
this is why it's really weird to just say she did it all. Like,
He's like,
I don't
"Who's
believe
back
that's
all
the end.
along?"
Yeah, and then the other thing is, Quicksilver. He's still throwing me off because I don't know his
Yeah,
purpose.
it's like they're trying to fuck with us.
Yeah, like he's there. He's obviously outside of whatever thrall. You
Time
know,
limit.
he's
I
under.
just thought
So
something funny.
what the hell?
What if
Yeah.
at the end instead what if at the end is this is a joke? What if instead when one's gonna you hear this noise ha 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 and then you turn around and you see Willem Dafoe's Norman Osborn saying back
No, I
to
don't-
formula.
Oh my god. That'd be amazing.
All right, let's go. So let's go to Gray Malkin. What are your thoughts now? Hearing some other theories here.
First of all your theories kind of bring mine to shame. But also, Agatha, how do we know that she's not just there to watch Wanda? Like, they say that she's the villain, but how do we know that she's not watching her, making sure she doesn't go too crazy? Because we've seen in a couple episodes, she's scared. She's very scared. So,
well, but here's the thing.
like,
If you remember
what
at
if
one
she's like
part,
sorry.
oh, it's okay. If you remember at one part when her and Monica were talking, she was like, "Don't let Haywood make you a villain," and he says, "Maybe I already am."
I think she was just messing with her. Like she's fun. She's light. She's she bit a kid.
Yeah.
No,
So
who's
she's been
the
put in
kid
there
though?
to
Spider-Man?
keep her tabs.
How can it be Spider-Man?
I mean, for me, it's just, yeah, I agree. Maybe she's the one that's not really the villain, but yet again, I'm just crossing my fingers that I'm like, we know Kevin Feige wants to introduce Ghost Rider, but
Does he really?
where do you do it? And also, yeah, that's why they canceled the Ghost Rider TV show in Hulu. He wants to do that character, but which character that? Mm-hmm. Which Ghost Rider? Because Ghost Rider is a legacy.
I want to be Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind Danny. I mean, there's many Ghost, or hell, you can make your own Ghost Rider. I mean, who knows? Well, I mean, you could. There's a lot of things you could do with Ghost Rider. But the facts are, I mean, the way I see it, it's just like maybe Agatha is the one that's leading up to Mephisto. Maybe that, but if they don't really give us a reason why, then honestly, the show is going to be good, but disappointing ending. I mean, you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's a Sopranos.
I think they're going to give a reason. They have to. The show's been too good, and it's done so many things well.
Oh God, it's
for them to drop the ball in the last. Yeah, that'd be just brutal. I don't think so. I think I'm gonna have a little bit of trust. I always go by what have I been watching and has it been good? I don't like this idea that things will get better as they go on. Like Raiders of the Lost Ark was a great movie, part 1. Star Wars part 1 was great. Like I don't like this. It gets better later. So it's been good until it gets garbage to where I feel that like this is not going anywhere. Then I'll worry. But this is like one long movie, right? It's like that's how these shows are nowadays. It's not just like one episode like Star Trek.
So like a 10-hour movie.
It's like a 10-hour movie. So right now we're getting, the little thing, you go up to the climax and then you got conclusion. It's like we're at the tip there. We're just getting there now. So.
Oh yeah, I can agree with that. No problem. But I mean, I just feel like with everything in between on the whole show, yes, it is very hard to have good shows pretty much gone down the toilet because of crap reasons.
And I mean, here's the thing. When it comes to live action superhero shows, I'm gonna bring in some DC real quick for shows, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Some DC shows when it comes to DC, the shows I like there were like the 90s Flash show, Smallville, the CW Flash, Arrow, Lois and Clark. And Marvel hasn't had a good track record with TV shows. I mean, they had like a 70s Spider-Man series and Lou Ferrigno Hulk.
Yeah, but Lou Ferrigno Hulk was very acclaimed, and
that show was the only thing. I'll say that show is a classic. I don't care what anyone says.
I mean, I heard the Lou Ferrigno's Hulk was going to cross over with that Spider-Man from the 70s, Nicholas Hammond.
Oh yeah, that was a plan.
That would have been hilarious. I would have laughed at that.
Oh, we lost Gray.
That would have been.
Oh, he's come back.
You're back.
He went to the other side.
Sorry,
I mean, when it comes to like I said, when it comes to DC, they got good shows like the 90s Flash, Lois and Clark, Smallville, Arrow.
The thing is, DC's been around longer than Marvel, and the thing with DC,
was good the first 3 seasons.
No, I said good shows, dude. I said good.
Yeah, he was saying good shows. He was saying good.
Oh, right. You're right.
Because DC has these characters that have been around a long time, and they're more household names. So, it's like if you put Superman or Batman or any of these like the Trinity all had like big shows. So it's easy to.
Batman didn't have a show.
It's hard to compare Marvel because sorry.
You said the Trinity.
Yeah, Batman. Yeah, the Adam West Batman.
Oh, after that there was nothing. He wasn't allowed on TV.
Well, because people noticed that like until the '89 Batman, they thought they viewed Batman as a silly comic book.
I mean, actually, Smallville almost got a Batman, but Warner Bros. Said no.
Did they really?
There's going to be an Aquaman
because
too,
of
but that
Nolan.
was kind of
Yeah.
cool.
Well, I mean, we got Superman in the Arrowverse, and he's getting his own show.
And we'll see how good it is.
I mean, so far the first was so far got good reviews.
Well, I'll
It
just
looks
say this:
okay.
it'll probably, knowing CW, it'll probably be good for the first 2 seasons, and then crash and burn into a firecracker.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
You know,
I mean,
That
No,
does.
I'm
Go
sorry.
CW.
Go ahead, Edgar.
I'm sorry to interrupt you again. I'm so sorry. But I mean, like, when it comes to DC, I only watch Titans and Doom Patrol, and yeah, they have their
Titan
problems.
was disappointing.
Well, I'm not sure about, but when season 2 came around, they gave us Deathstroke and Nightwing. I was impressed.
But I mean, like, yet again, I still take that over what we're getting with CW. But I mean, the problem with at least this is just in TV in general. It's just when you are doing like a TV type state, and you're not doing it like with Marvel and some of the Marvel or even the newer shows that are doing it as let's make it into a movie and chop it up into like 6 or 13 episodes, or maybe 26 episodes, or at least. And I feel like,
But the thing about the CW, it always looks like cosplay.
Well,
So-
not the Flash show. That was look good.
Well, not the suit. Not no. Not
No,
the suits. There's
even
no
then,
way.
like you can't take it seriously. I mean, like all of it looked like cosplay, and also the CW universe. Everybody's pretty. Everybody's super
I know.
pretty. Super attractive.
You're not wrong there.
It's not that there's no ugly people in the CW.
Let me. I'm gonna
Like,
trash
everybody's
Supergirl
like-
for a minute.
Oh, I am so hard.
Yeah. No, Supergirl is okay. If you look at the where they work, in their I forgot what it's called now, but whatever.
CBS.
At Cat Grant's thing, it's like every single person has high heels, tight skirts, pretty makeup. You're a reporter. Shouldn't you be running around? Like if you like, it's like, how are you dressed so pretty all the time? And like they all have mini skirts.
I could forgive them.
Why are they
doing
wearing heels?
I know.
I'm like, for me, I can forgive CW on doing the teen drama crap with the Riverdale or supernatural type shows like Vampire Diaries and all that crap. That's a given. But I mean, with superheroes, yeah, I could agree with you on that. Like, they're just too perfect. A lot of times, there are very much like you're scratching your head, but even though they pick really good
I
actors.
mean, I will always say this: without Smallville and without the CW, it wouldn't be superhero shows that we have now. Marvel wouldn't be doing superhero show either without Smallville or the CW. So we have
I
to
could
be
agree with that.
grateful that they started the whole trend. Smallville started it,
Yeah.
then the CW, then now Marvel's is getting in the game with TV shows. I'm not gonna count Netflix. So Netflix is a whole your separate universe. So like, yeah.
Yeah, it was the CW, right? And like it was
But also
really
the thing
Arrow
is that
after
the
Smallville.
universe. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, Gray.
Go ahead, Gray.
Okay. The thing about it is, the DC universe, they do really well with their animated stuff.
Oh,
I always said for years, if they were to take all their animated stuff and put it in live action, can you imagine how hard Flashpoint would hit if it came out in live action? It would blow everything.
Yeah.
Well, people thought we were getting a Flashpoint movie with Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
That Flash movie is a disaster.
Well, we'll get to the
if
recent
you go
news about
to
that
you go to
film.
disaster.com, the Flash
Like,
movie.
nobody
right
know
there.
what is it.
What is it? It's like everybody's in it except for the Flash.
No. Disaster.
I'm telling you.
No. You want a dumpster fire? Batman and Robin.
Yeah,
that was a dumpster fire.
Yeah, it was bad. It was undeniably
Imagine going to
bad.
the theaters.
Like, nobody know what is it.
I mean, okay, look, I saw it in the theater. I've seen it about 7 or 8 times easy.
Yeah.
I like throwing it on there for like a visual festival. It's very cheese, and it's I like the cheese, but it's not a great representation of what Batman is kind of, the essence of what Batman is now, at least. But that movie was very important, and we were talking earlier how Smallville and CW are so important. But and Sean has said this, who was on earlier with us. Batman and Robin was a very important film because after that, the reactions to that was like, we cannot do the same thing again. And it was like, then you started getting into Batman Begins. And it's like, no, we have to get back to serious superhero stories. So it's important for that. It went too far. It went so far into the realm of silliness that they're like, oh, this was too much. We have to bring it back. And so it's important for that, at least. We lost Anthony.
Oh, something else. The year Batman and Robin came out, it was 1997. A year later, that's when we got the first Blade movie. Every time it gets really bad, a year later, it resets itself.
Yes.
Yep.
Like, because all right, think of 2007. Think of two bad Marvel movies came out that year. Spider-Man 3 and Fantastic Four 2.
Well, Spider-Man 3 is a guilty pleasure.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Once a guy does this, you can't take him serious.
Hey, don't blame Toby.
We got.
I'm blaming Sam Raimi for that. Like, he knew what he was doing.
No, that actually wasn't his fault because the studio wanted to put Venom in there, and he thought doing that would be payback.
Well, he didn't want Venom, that's for sure.
Venom. If you're not going to do him well, don't have him in. Right?
Well, they did do him well in 2018.
No, they did not.
They did Venom well. Yeah. They didn't do the rest of the movie well, but they did Venom well.
No, that movie's bad. It was a
standard movie.
There's way too much like
the best part
about life, and he's a loser. I'm like, yeah, I get it. Okay, he's a loser. Yes, the Venom is a loser. Whatever.
You know what? He's not a loser. He's right. He's like, this guy's up to shady stuff. He is up to shady stuff. It's like, he's right in everything that he does. It's like he broke into his girlfriend's computer. Okay, fine. That was bad. But the guy who he's going after is super evil, and he's like killing people. Like, I don't understand that movie. And in the theater, I'm like, but he's right. Like, the point was supposed to be that he's wrong. So then the girlfriend's like, you broke into my computer. You did all this stuff. You're an evil person. You betrayed my trust, and you were wrong. You suck. No, he was right. I'm like, well, he's right. Like, I don't get it. And then removing Spider-Man from a story that is so heavily Spider-Man
interlocked.
It's interlocked. It's like Eddie Brock hates Peter Parker. The symbiote hates Spider-Man. That's your team. Though they team up to take him out. If Spider-Man's not in a Venom movie, then that movie is not Venom. Despite one Eminem's song, they could have called it Eddie. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's not, if you just watch the movie and you don't know anything, you're like, oh, that was okay, I guess. It's like, oh, okay. But I can't turn my brain off for that one. It's just like, it's not Venom. That's my opinion. Venom was trash. Thank you.
Well, hey, Bo. Here's the thing. Like,
what you said about the wife. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
What he said about the wife, he's like, oh, you're a horrible person. You stole from my computer. Like, yeah, you're a journalist. That's what I do. Like, you knew this when you met me. Like,
she's
why are you
up
actually
stuff.
Brand new to the situation? It's like you're actually, Eddie should have said, you know what? You're lucky I don't implement you into this, because just saying you're an accessory. I'm a journalist.
No, I like Venom was okay movie. I mean, like, it was alright. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I hope Venom 2 is better. But like, the storyline was meh.
Yeah,
like,
it's meh.
And I mean, it did make a lot without Spider-Man somehow. But I mean, they introduced Tom Holland version with this Tom Hardy Venom version. I mean, I wouldn't be mad about that.
I like Tom Hardy.
Yeah, I like Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
And the effects were fine. Like,
yes,
I was kind of like, what the hell is Riot doing? Like, I don't know what, like, he was the villain, right? Riot was the villain, I think.
Yeah.
Sure. It was a white one. It was the white version that you couldn't tell anyways. It was like it was like two globs of Play-Doh fighting.
Yeah, I didn't.
Well,
get
here's
that.
the thing. Two
Yeah.
things. One, which Spider-Man could you see this Venom with? Garfield or Holland?
Holland.
Garfield.
No,
Yeah.
Garfield. No, like
Garfield.
they will never rank on. They will never rank on the Garfield era into the Venom. Like, cause that era is over. If
Yeah.
Marvel
No,
really
Sony.
would've-
No. Sony lost faith in its product.
Yeah.
yeah, true, and that's why
Sorry,
they
I'm sorry,
need
Anthony.
Marvel.
I'm sorry.
No, you're right. You're right. They did lose faith. Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
And also,
No,
we're gonna see him
like,
fight Carnage.
so-
yeah. Well,
A red blob.
we were supposed to get a Sinister Six movie,
Yeah.
Silver Saber and Black Cat movie, which I don't understand how that was supposed to make sense.
Right.
What was going on? Like Sony saw Marvel, and instead of focusing on what they have, they're like, I want to be like Marvel. It's the same thing DC's doing. They see what Marvel's doing. They want all that success, but like half the time. Oh, Woody Harrelson's going to do amazing as Carnage.
He's great.
He looked fantastic. Like I want to see the next Venom movie. I just want it to be better than the next. Yeah, I know he's got a wig, but like I mean, I know. Well, he's got the shock of.
director. I don't
he's
know
got the shock
what
right
the
there.
director was thinking of that wig.
He looked like Bob Ross.
Oh, damn.
Like, okay,
Yeah,
we're gonna put a little green right here, and then Carnage.
Yeah, it's like Woody Harrelson, like Venom. The next Venom movie should be okay. Like as long as they don't do the same as they did last time. Like Andy.
Yeah, how'd you
Serkis
feel the
doing
casting
it.
of Woody Harrelson?
Andy Serkis is doing it, so
Also,
I wanted it to be
Oh, Jackie Earl Haley.
Jackie Earl
He's
Haley.
awesome.
The problem with Jackie Earl Haley is he's
Yeah.
a little too damn short. Like he tried to be Freddy Krueger, and like the main actress was taller than Freddy Krueger, and I went, "Whoa, this is not good."
Yeah.
Ooh, I almost forgot. I also noticed that in your title that you put in the recent casting of Supergirl.
Yes, Supergirl. That just happened while I was like
To
getting
be
this all set up.
honest, like we don't even know what the fuck is this version of Supergirl. Is it? If it's gonna be from the multiverse, it's gonna be the one that was the Man of Steel that she escaped from the pod. Like, which one is it? I mean, like, is it from a multiverse that she's from a different universe, or she's in Michael Keaton universe, or whatever? I don't know what universe she is, or she's from Henry Cavill, the girl who escaped from the pod in Man of Steel. Who knows at this point?
Yeah, like they just throw things out there. This person's
They don't need
Supergirl.
continuity as far as DC.
What's that?
Yeah,
Barry?
but here's
They don't need the continuity. They need to be the anti-Marvel and just do their movies. Like, hey, we want to do a
Here,
Killing
let me-
Joke.
let me
do a
show you
Killing
this.
Joke. We want to do
Right.
Superman for Darkseid. Do it. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at this thing I just shared.
Oh, I don't think I can. I add it. Oh, I can. There you go.
I mean, look, this is how many. This is the cast so far.
Jeez, that's a terrible ass Supergirl picture.
Who is
Should've
Sasha
used the actress.
Cali?
That's the new Supergirl.
That's the new Supergirl.
Yeah, but they should have put the girl picture, not. Oh Jesus Christ!
But look, we also got Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck.
Like, I mean, that's an Art Germ picture, I believe. Is that Art Germ's art?
Here's some.
Okay,
But I mean, this is all rubbish stuff. It's all like, I'm going back to our other. It's like
I think this is a crackhead Hamana move. Like okay, so we're not gonna have Henry Cavill, right?
Mhm.
We gonna announce a Supergirl movie because we've been developing a Supergirl movie for the last decade.
I
Like,
mean, they
that's
tried
what they're
once
trying
with
to
Helen
do.
Slater.
And
I-
they say if the Flash movie do good, maybe we'll do. Who knows at this point? That they're gonna make like spin-off of those characters that show up in the Flash movie. It's like
there's too many
we don't
people.
know what it is.
Movie.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
it's
way too many people in this movie.
Well, how's it
can't
too
keep
many?
track of everyone.
Well, here's the thing.
Because nobody knows who the Flash is.
Well, yeah, they do. They watch the
like-
CW series.
So, yeah, and nobody watches
Yeah,
that
because
series.
they explain his origin story very well. They
It's
explain
like-
how he became how he got struck by lightning, and how he's very smart.
You
This
guys have
version
to
of
remember.
Barry Allen never explained nothing. Oh, where he came from, how he became Barry Allen. Did he get his power the same as the CW version? Like nobody, like we don't even know how he got his powers.
Well, here's the
Or
thing.
how he got blue lightning. Like we don't know nothing.
All we
about
know
it.
so far, people keep saying it's crowded, but all we know so far is that we're getting 2 Batmans and Supergirl.
That's true.
That's
not
3
crowded.
characters too many.
How is 3 too many?
Yeah, you
That's
need
4
okay,
characters.
you need to do the Flash. Okay, no, I'm talking about the not this panel. I'm talking about regular people in the real world.
True.
They don't know who Flash is. The CW, I don't know how many viewers the Flash gets.
Oh,
Yeah, a lot.
1.5 million every week on the CW.
5 million?
Yeah,
Okay, so
1.5 million.
5 million is good.
Mhm.
But the thing is, it's like to reach the regular person who's just like a dad who wants to take his kids to the movies.
Yep.
He's like, who's the Flash? My wife thought that Flash Gordon and the Flash were the same character.
Even my
And I was like,
grandma
no,
thought
Flash
that.
Gordon, it goes to Mongo and fights Ming the Merciless. It's like Flash.
Oh,
Flash
Jesus.
so we watched the Flash Gordon movie, and she's like, can't he run fast? I'm like, no, that's Flash Gordon. It's like that is not no. She thinks that, Steve. I never told you that.
No, you never told me that.
And it's like she doesn't know. I'm like, no, Flash runs fast. She's like, oh, so she's watched the CW show. It's like, but I'm talking about regular person. They're gonna go in the theater like, why is there 2 Batmans?
Well, to be fair, he said he was the accident, and the Snyder Cut's not even out yet.
I know. The thing is, like, you need to develop Flash. We need to care about Flash.
True.
We need to care about Ezra Miller before you
True.
introduce other people. Because right now, he's just a character in a movie who's called Flash. I don't give a crap about him. He could live, die. Who cares?
And he's
And-
neurotic.
Yeah, you
Now, I
need
will
to-
say this. The
Mhm.
Justice League, the 2017 movie didn't even do nothing about the Flash. They cut 35% of the Flash scenes in the 2017 Justice League movie. Justice League, the trash movie should be buried. Like,
Well,
I hope when the Snyder Cut
Okay,
come
all
out
right.
on HBO Max.
All right.
well, here's the thing. What
I
I
agree
do
with
want to
Val.
see, I think it should be like I want to see like Ezra Miller's Flash fight, like he's Rogues Gallery, like Gorilla Grodd or Reverse Flash.
True.
One, it should be Flash and Reverse Flash. That's it.
But
The
shouldn't they save him
CW
for
did
like
a
the sequel?
perfect Reverse Flash. Perfect.
Yeah,
Just do
Flash
an
has
origin with his
the
dad
most
being
trash
framed.
rogues
All
gallery.
that.
What about
Who, the
Captain
Flash?
Cold? What about Gorilla
Except
Grodd?
for-
What about the
except for
Trickster?
Reverse-
The rogues.
Yeah.
He's faster
rogues,
than all of
man.
them. He could just take them out.
Yeah, fact. Like the only best
Eh,
world villains is Batman and Spider-Man. That's it.
Well, Superman has
Flash
good villains.
is average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Average villains.
Superman and
Superman's
Flash
rogue
have good-
gallery is underrated for sure.
And Wonder Woman has cool people.
Yeah, she got
Silver
cool people,
Swan
yeah,
and like
definitely.
Cersei and you know.
Tigra.
That last one, with dumpster fire.
Oh, I love. We're not going to get into this now because everyone's going to fight me.
What are you talking about? What was dumb to fight?
The thing is like every time, like, okay, my channel, I'll get a bunch of subscribers and then I'll lose a bunch, and because I say stupid things. And like I absolutely loved Wonder Woman 84, and then I
We can
lose all
respect
this
you on that. We can
I
respect you on
loved
that.
That
it. I
movie.
loved it.
I've never
That
seen
movie
it.
was dog shit.
I know everyone. I loved it. All right,
J-Man,
so-
here's the thing about Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Okay. The thing about Wonder
Man,
Woman,
what
her
a
movies they look real great. Gal Gadot is amazing. It's just like
She
you look at
is Wonder
Superman, you
Woman,
think
yes.
he's really powerful. You look at Batman, he's like that guy is very dangerous. You look at Wonder Woman, you're like, I bet you she's a nice person. She's a really nice person.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Belle. No, okay. Okay, there's going to be five.
Belle's the
people
nicest
to
person on
be-
the planet, so she's very calm.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
going to say
but
this.
still,
Okay,
Yeah.
this is just. I'm just going to say this just to get this out there, and then we're going to not talk about Wonder Woman. Okay,
Sorry.
the reason I love Wonder Woman 84, and is the same reason I don't like Force Awakens or Last Jedi.
Oh
It's
my
the same
God,
reason.
was dog
It's the
shit.
same reason I love Superman 3 and 4. And the reasons for these is that the main character, to me, if that person is that person, like that actress or actor is that person, that's it. Like for me, I'm seeing Wonder Woman. She's fighting guys. Her costume is great. Gal is amazing. She saves the day with a big speech at the end. I don't care if it's cheesy or makes sense. It's like she's fighting people. She has the invisible jet. This is cool stuff. It's like Superman 3. There's lots of problems. It's cheesy. Things don't make sense. But Superman fights himself. Christopher Reeve is awesome in it. There's a lot of Superman action. It's like that sells it for me to say I love it. The same reason, like if you look at if you look at like
if that's the case, Batman and Robin was great.
No, but Batman and Robin, yeah, Batman and Robin was
George
visually
Clooney was a
awesome.
really good Batman.
The thing, well,
no, I'm sorry, George Clooney was a good Bruce Wayne, horrible Batman.
Yeah, he was a horrible Batman. The thing, but here's the thing: it's a two-parter. It's a two-parter. First is the visual appearance of the character. Second is the character and how they are. And Batman and Robin fails on that because like Bane looks amazing, but he's garbage. He's that is not Bane.
They make him look like a fucking.
He looks puffy
in the whole movie.
He looks he's puffy.
He's like
you mentioned Force Awakens and Rise of Skywalker or whatever.
I don't like those.
I love those. To me, those
hell no.
Because to me, those hell, if people like the prequel movies, then you can't tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong, sir.
Trash.
You're wrong.
Hey, you can't tell me the cheesy dialogue and the terrible love story.
J.J. Abrams should be never direct another Star Wars movie in history.
Hey, he tried to save it for that. But to me, what makes me like about those films is the hardcore special effects on how it's practical.
True.
And how it feels like I'm in a Star Wars film.
The original film.
Let me explain. This is just coming from a guy who enjoyed the original trilogy, had problems with the prequel trilogy.
The worst trilogy of all time.
Yeah.
And pretty much after that, I was like, if we're going to do more Star Wars films, they need to remind us what Star Wars is. And that's what I liked about it. But also, I like the fact that it's a continuation from the original trilogy. However, anything else besides that, that's really it.
I will say this.
And also, one thing, missed opportunity on multiple things.
Of course. Okay, so let me go through this here. Force Awakens, I think it's a trash movie badly, and I'll tell you why. It's a remake of Episode 4, so that's bad. But also, they introduced Finn. Finn was the most unique character they had. He was a stormtrooper that has turned good. He's broken the Empire's conditioning or whatever, and he's good. I'm like, this is a very interesting angle that we have not seen in other Star Wars movies. And that went nowhere.
And they throw away the storyline. I don't know. Like what?
He's gone, right? They introduced Rey. Rey is on her own, surviving in the desert. You're like, wow, this is really cool. And she's trying to do her best, and she sees the droid. She tries to help us. She's a good person. And they're like, hey, let's just make her a Luke Skywalker clone. I'm like, but she's not Luke Skywalker. Why didn't you make her own character?
But that was the thing. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about that whole thing. Mm-hmm. The original plan for George was to have a female character. Mm-hmm. And there were things that were taken from the very bones that from the very beginning, way back from the making of the first Star Wars film. But also, you said it's a little bit of a remake of the first film of Star Wars. Oh, that's a franchise. That's a franchise, a given. Predator did that. Halloween done that. Many franchises
did that.
That too. It's basically a remind. Halloween, the new Halloween film, they've done it as well. It's a very much a film aspect of where you going, because people are not going to support a new film because they've seen the last films and they want to get out of that shit and they want to remind people what they are. And this is the problem that Disney loves doing. And ever since Disney and Jurassic Park World done this, it's literally all over the place now. And
yeah, so to address that, I don't like any of the ones you mentioned either, except for Halloween, because if Michael Myers is just killing people, that's fine. I like that.
Well, I get your reason why on certain things, but I like Jurassic World because it did a lot of crazy things. I actually thought were pretty damn good. So
the original Jurassic Park is the best of all time. There's no debate.
I actually don't like any of the movies.
The original was the best.
Lost World was way better than the first one. Way better.
Oh God!
Story, totally different. Oh, okay. All right. No, wait. Everybody wants to get on Lost World because of the San Diego scene, but everything up until that point was gold. You got to see the animals with no fences. You got to see more dinosaurs than you saw in the first one. You're gonna tell me that Velociraptor long grass scene was not badass? Come on. Like they didn't do anything like that in the first one.
To me, my favorite part was the T-Rex coming down to San Diego and causing commotion and everything too, because I like all monster film movies where like Godzilla and Kong. And
don't get me started on the Godzilla movies, man.
That's cool. That's cool. That's kind of a nod towards the monster films over the years. But I mean, But just to kind of go on my point, I'm gonna wrap it up and just wrap it in a nice big bow. It's just a franchise direction. You got to people back in. You got to bring them back in to remind them why they like that particular franchise. It's just the fan service card. And my problem now, Hollywood, especially Disney, yours truly, the nostalgia boys themselves, love to abuse that. And I think they went overboard. But yet again, at the same time, we went and got Mandalorian, and I feel like Mandalorian kind of saved Star Wars.
I mean, this saved Star Wars. Like, Mandalorian saved Star Wars. Like, Dave Filoni, and I forgot John Favreau should be the future of Star Wars.
But here's the thing.
Fire Kennedy, she doesn't know nothing about. Fire her.
But here's the thing.
She knows how to make money, though.
But
she got good records, but like she just needs to leave.
Here's one big problem with that. Let's say we have Dave Filoni or John Favreau running Lucasfilm, and they messed up. Then we're only going to blame ourselves because we wanted these people in, and it's just like I don't want to be in the position like I am with Alien, because when we trusted Ridley Scott,
that was brutal.
We know how that went. And I'm like looking at everyone else. I'm like, really? Are you asking for this?
Bring back James Cameron.
Okay, so I'm going to address a couple of things real quick. Number one, I'm a massive Godzilla fan. I own every movie once on VHS, twice on DVD, twice on Blu-ray, and if they start coming in 4K, I'll get those. I have every Gamera movie, and I'm collecting every Ultraman as it comes out. I have every Power Rangers right up here. That's every Power Rangers season. The American, not the.
They're making
Japanese.
another Power Rangers show.
It's starting tomorrow. So yeah, the thing is, and I love Alien and all that, and so I love monster movies and everything. I don't like any of the Jurassic Park movies. Like they're okay. So I didn't like which one's best or worst doesn't matter to me. I just want to point out that every single like geek talk that's ever happened, Star Wars comes into it at some point. At some point, Star Wars has permeated. Like you can't go anywhere without someone bumping in and saying, "Oh man, I didn't like the way they did that sequel trilogy," or "I didn't like Mandalorian," or "I love Mandalorian." It's like everyone is in it, so that's great. I didn't like the way that they handled Han and Luke. If Han and Luke and Leia were not even in those movies and they're exactly the same, then I'd be totally fine.
I agree.
Okay,
right. If you eliminated them, and then because then if you don't.
Like for me, it's more like how they handle Luke. Han, that was just the actor. Really,
I know
that was the actor's perhaps kill my character off. He really felt like his character should have ended with the sixth film, and I get his reasons you could argue with him and try to say, well, there's things you could go with him trying to have Han Solo try to save his son, and yeah, you could go with that. But I mean,
Anybody
me,
like Indiana Jones?
For me, as the bigger picture,
I want to get to that in a minute, Anthony. I'm sorry, Edgar. I'll finish your point. I have
Okay, Edgar, finish up.
I was just about finished. I was just ending at the last touches before you interrupt. But it's just the facts are. I mean, it's the lack of explaining what happened. They keep mentioning the 30-year time gap, and now at the third film, it's like, all right, you know what? Let's just wrap this shit up. Really, Mandalorians just came in, saving the day, and honestly, let's kind of redeem Luke. Let's bring that character what he should have been in the last film, where we're so hoping he was not dead and coming back from the living, because there's a book of where Luke Skywalker talked about his father and also Obi-Wan coming back from the living from the Force to pretty much help or at least help Luke on something. And this is also going back to the original plans from episode 9, which honestly, after that recent dog shit Jurassic Park film, I'm glad J.J. Abrams saved the day for me. I mean,
all right, great, Malkin. What were you gonna say?
Cool.
Okay, I was gonna say, I think I may be the only person who liked the sequel trilogy, the prequel trilogy.
Oh, you're not the only one. Yeah.
Okay,
I like this. Go on.
Oh, I'm sorry, Edgar. They should have renamed that not the prequel series, but the badassery of Obi-Wan Kenobi, because he was a boss every movie. He did not take an L. He beat Vader. He even told, remember Revenge of the Sith, Anakin, I have the higher ground. Don't jump. I told you not to jump.
Oh my god, that's still a meme. I love that meme.
The prequels are a bit slow at times, and there's some wonkiness, but they don't ruin any characters. Obi-Wan is awesome.
No, they don't. It's just, here's the problem with the prequels. Piss poor love story.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, the worst love story to the now, granted, it's not the actors' fault. They did what they could. I mean, granted, I'm not a big fan of Natalie Portman. She really hasn't impressed me almost half her movie
in 10 years.
I mean,
name her last good
Thor
movie.
Now.
Leon the Professional.
She had to come back for it. She bashed it.
Granted,
in the last good Natalie Portman movie, honestly.
Leon the Professional.
Yeah, I was about to say Leon the Professional.
Leon the
She
Professional.
only came back because she wanted
how
the
long
Disney
ago was
money.
that?
When she was
That
like
was
10.
90-something, 92, 93.
95.
95.
The last good movie was probably Black Swan. She even did a biopic and it didn't work.
How about V for Vendetta?
Oh yes,
that was
that was a good one.
Came out in 2006.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good movie
in a while.
I mean, and also saying this from her, I mean, she has to really prove me that she could play my favorite female character in Marvel Comics besides a few other characters, Jane Foster Thor.
Let's be honest, she came back for the money.
Yeah. And also she's contracted. It's not just that, but she's contracted for she was contracted for 3 films. She did not show in the third Thor film. And now they're just finishing her contract. So it just, and plus they kind of confirmed the cancer storyline, which that kind of makes Thor's story a little bit more tragic in a way. But I mean, just besides all the facts, the prequels, they were great on a lot of things. But I feel like episode 2 and 3 were the better films. But besides the point, the love story was goddamn horrible.
Yeah.
The worst writing from George. You couldn't tell me when you have that final moment when she realizes her husband has become basically the Sith and become the villain that he fought against. And she realized that it's supposed to hurt home. It's supposed to hurt home. You're supposed to feel that brokenness. I didn't feel shit with that. With the sequel trilogy, I felt like it was more like how much more we could get with the whatchamacallit, fan service card, and how much unexplained we can get. I mean, I could criticize and just literally hardcore mode, just roast it. But I give it flack because I'm hoping there's a cartoon. Because when you look at the cartoon Clone Wars, it made the Clone Wars it made it
better.
Made it way better.
Good cartoon.
Yeah. So Brennan, he's my god brother actually. So he's saying the pacing. Yeah, the pacing did
They hurt.
It because it's too long. Like these adventure sci-fi action movies need to be slightly shorter. Like the Phantom Menace just seemed very long to me. It was just like,
oh, it's borderline unwatchable. Yeah,
and there's fan edits,
and like the problem is they kept going back to the Senate. Right. I'm like, what is going on? Why am I spending half the movie in the Senate? Like, I don't care. Where's the adventuring?
In the beginning it said Senate Wars.
The Jedi scenes.
Yeah.
They're obviously the best. Also,
they're obviously the best.
Okay. Did you guys see the huge disconnect in Jedi fighting style between the prequels and New Hope? Like, in the prequels, you saw Obi-Wan like just going on like a ninja. He
was acrobatic.
You see Luke going vroom vroom vroom.
So the thing with that is that they were supposed to be more like samurai. So if you watch like Lone Wolf and Cub or any of those like Yojimbo and that's the style. It's East and West, right? That's the George Lucas kind of style. So it's like they fought like samurai would fight. It wasn't like flipping and jumping. And then later on they thought, oh, let's make this more actiony. I think the actiony parts are cool, but I think sometimes when someone gets mad, like when Luke in Jedi is very angry and he's just wailing on Vader, to me that makes more sense because he's lost. He's just like bang, 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 bang.
He's lost.
He's lost control. So like the finesse is not there. But it's like basically samurai fighting got transformed into like kung fu style Shaw Brothers.
But the main difference between the original trilogy and the sequels was probably the Hong Kong kung fu movement that happened in the early 90s. Like they just that.
It's more like it's I don't know if you want to say it's more realistic or not, but I mean it doesn't bother either. Fighting style doesn't bother me. They're both cool. Like Yoda fighting in Attack of the Clones was
that was crazy, man.
Pretty cool. It's like
he was like spinning.
No, but remember the part. All right. Did you guys see Attack of the Clones in the theaters?
Yeah, I see everything in the theater.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Remember the audience reaction when they showed Yoda, like he forced his lightsaber. I remember the crowd going, "Ooh, it's about to go down."
Yeah.
You start flipping around like Kermit the Frog.
Well, people were pumped up for that, man. Like I remember people telling me who'd seen it before me, and they're like, "Oh my god, you guys see Yoda fight?" I'm like, "Yoda fights? Like what the hell?" Like, but it makes sense he fights, but I was like, I never thought I would see it. So that was a treat, right? Even though he is fighting, was he 90-year-old Christopher Lee at that point? Like, what was he at the?
Christopher Lee has the Force. Oh, Christopher Lee is the best.
The Force.
He is the Force. Well, was Christopher Lee the good guy? He's kind of the good guy because he didn't want
a villain.
Yeah, like I mean, he was right though, right? Because like he's saying the Senate is being run by a Sith Lord, so technically, like he was right.
If you actually, well, I know you haven't seen the Clone War series yet, but like in it, they talk about how the Jedi are like arrogant and they got a lot of hubris, and they do in the show. And he's the one he was a Jedi and he left because he's like, these guys are wrong. They are not correct. And I was like, oh my God, Count Dooku's the only guy making sense in this entire thing. Like, it's crazy. But
and
like,
he's telling Obi-Wan everything, and Obi-Wan's like,
Yeah.
no, that's not true.
No.
The Jedi,
Yeah, that's not
I
happening.
love the Jedi.
I
The
mean,
Jedi never do anything wrong.
Yeah, true. I hope Anakin show up in the Obi-Wan series.
I think he
Because
is.
it had to like maybe as a ghost or something like that, and maybe
No, Anakin's alive. He's Vader at that time.
oh yeah, it's true. He will be alive because it will be set. Oh yeah, true, yeah.
Yeah, so we're talking right before. This is between 3 and 4.
Yeah, so like I can't wait for the Obi-Wan series, and I mean, and then I think they're doing a Ahsoka series.
Yep.
You need
yeah,
and you need Anakin
That'd
for
be
that
cool.
too.
yeah.
So I don't know how they're gonna do the Ahsoka series without Anakin. That wouldn't make sense in my opinion.
Force Ghost.
Yeah, he'll
but
be as a Force
That would
Ghost.
make sense. Totally. Yep.
And
true.
Hayden Christensen would be really cheap to get. Like he's
Now
not.
He's confirmed. I think he's confirmed for the Obi-Wan thing, isn't he?
Yes.
I thought I heard that he was confirmed.
But I don't know. Like, I think the question was, how is he coming back? Because is he coming back as like flashbacks? I don't understand.
In which one?
In the Obi-Wan show.
No, he's alive. He's Vader. He's alive. He's Vader.
So Vader's just like
maybe flashbacks or something. Like maybe like or maybe
no. He's just gonna be in the costume. That's it.
Oh.
So why do we need to get Hayden Christensen for that?
I don't know. I asked this. There's a channel I go on.
I don't know. Like it should be a stunt double under the suit. Like
yeah,
they don't need him.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. I think
like you could do his voice. You could do a voiceover and not say.
Yeah. So he'll. Well, no, they're gonna do James Earl. They got to do James Earl Jones' voice. If you don't have that voice, it's over.
Yeah, you might as well not bother.
You better hurry up because he doesn't have many days left. I mean, he's getting up there.
He's 90 now.
He did it.
Yeah.
2 of the best villains, Thulsa Doom from Conan, my favorite movie, and Darth Vader. He's like the 2 best villains in cinema for me. It's like Vader,
Darth Vader. I am your father.
Lion King.
Yeah.
And he is Mufasa. Yes.
Did you want to talk about Mortal Kombat?
Oh, Mortal Kombat! Did you guys all see that trailer?
No, that trailer looked.
I've heard things.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything yet. It's,
Have
I
you
don't
seen
know,
it,
but
Edgar?
Mortal Kombat, it's a little.
I mean,
it's weird.
I seen it.
Like you,
I'm down for it, except for that new character who's like Cole or whatever, who like
Cole Young. Yeah,
Cole Young. He's your star, and it very much scares me that I'm like, dear God, don't tell me we're gonna do the Resident Evil direction.
Right.
And it sure looks like that. Granted, it has a lot. It has a lot of great potential. It's not terrible. Granted, it was everything that I thought it was going to be. A lot of great stuff. I love the battle between Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Damn, that looks sick as fuck. It looks like they're.
I need to see that.
Yeah.
I love it. Looks great. The only thing is that the jokes, like, get over here. Like, I don't know. It's kind of corny.
I mean, when Sub-Zero freezes the bullets, like as it's coming out and it's freezing,
like
and he rips off the arms, that was sick.
Superman reference.
I wish.
To me, I think. You go. No, you go.
Go ahead. Okay, Edgar, go ahead.
No, I was just about to say. I mean, honestly, it looks great. It's just I'm just hoping it's good. That's just all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you can finish.
You're skeptical.
Your thing.
I get
it. Yeah, I'm skeptical, but I'm. No, I'm not nervous. I'm batshit terrified because
he's not nervous about it. That's it.
Because I'm just like, if this fails, I'm not going to be too. I think
they're going to go with the Wonder Woman route. So like,
wait another 15 years.
Like Wonder Woman 3 in 2 days. Like if it do good in the box office, I mean, it would do good in China, like of course, but like if they do good, like they do the Wonder Woman route when they waited for 2 days to see how much subscribers.
I mean, Dana looks. I mean, I'll just say Goro looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
Goro
looked
looks cool.
Melina,
Melina.
yeah.
Every actress they get
let's
from
not talk.
Lena looked beautiful.
Is this going to be like Mortal Kombat Annihilation, though, where they try and stuff too much in?
No.
No.
No, I don't think so.
The-
I don't think so. I wish they would have just had Johnny Cage instead of Cole. Like, what's
Yeah.
the point?
The director said no characters are left out, so I think they just waiting for the sequel to add them.
What's the
Yeah,
guy's name?
they're just waiting for the sequel. I mean, like that's what they're really trying to do.
They're gonna do the Wonder Woman route, like 2 days.
I'm watching the trailer right now.
Like,
The way Sub-Zero got
Well, yeah.
Jax, wow. Wow, I didn't.
Yeah,
Be careful. If you're watching anything, be careful with your volume because if YouTube picks it up, it'll crash our stream.
oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, just be careful with the volume on it because like they'll like you get shut down.
Yeah, like the company of Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat is
yeah,
going after every YouTuber for copyright loss. Like come on, man. Like we're promoting your film. Stop copyrighting.
Yeah.
no, that's YouTube. That's YouTube's censorship. That's YouTube censorship bullshit. I mean, like they don't like the fatalities or shit like that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Sub-Zero looks great. Scorpion looks awesome. I mean, everyone looks spot on great. But it's just that what I'm hoping is like, please, just have at least Liu Kang face yours truly, Shang Tsung.
They got Jimmy Olsen from Supergirl.
I mean,
Now, why wouldn't
Jimmy
Liu
who?
Kang is the main character? Is what I always thought.
Yeah.
Like Liu Kang was Mortal Kombat to me.
Yeah, I did too. But I mean, granted, I mean, it's just sometimes studio, and this is the thing. I go on. No, you were saying.
Liu Kang. I'm sorry. Liu Kang is a POV character. Mortal Kombat. The most interesting characters are the monsters. Goro,
Right.
everybody from Otherworld, everybody from Earth, with the exception of maybe Raiden.
Right.
Like they're all just.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I get what you're saying. No. You fit. You came in right in the nick of timing. I always thought Mortal Kombat was great with the ninja aspect.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Where Katana, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, they're the big dogs. They're the ones that really, Melina, always bring that catchy eye on that because it kind of shows the Japan culture, and they've shown that in their games. Hell, look at Sub-Zero and Scorpion's costume. They look very much like samurai-esque.
Mm-hmm.
And very much, I'm happy on that. I'm happy that they taking a little bit more culture. And I'm also, what I'm very much happy is I don't have to have a competition towards the Marvel's Liu Kang and Shang Tsung battle over Mortal Kombat, because I was like, oh dear God, that was like a month later. Oh man, worst timing ever. I mean, you get what I mean?
Did you guys watch the TV series, which I thought was okay, but it was a little wonky at times?
The TV was great, but the CGI was, okay.
Yeah, like the live action
like-
where they brought
they
back
had
the same guy.
They had the Xena Warrior Princess budget. They filmed it all in New Zealand, didn't they?
I love Xena.
Xena was great. Xena was great. So Hercules was better, but Xena was
Hercules
great.
is great too. I have them all over there, right there on the shelf. Anything with Santorini, man. He's the guy.
Xena's always great. I mean, but I mean, the facts are. I was just saying. I mean, like for me, Mortal Kombat Legacy was really awesome. I was hoping that they would finish it, but that got canned. It's granted. I mean, we'll see how it goes from here. I mean, we'll see how everything goes from the Mortal Kombat film. This is the third movie and the first reboot of it all. But I mean, I said my piece. If you guys are wondering how I feel overall, you could guys go check out my video on that.
Yeah, I've been posting.
Like, I'm
I've been
surprised they
posting
haven't done
links.
Street Fighter yet.
I don't want to see Street Fighter.
There's a Street Fighter TV series, which was focused on Ken and Ryu, was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I forgot. And
it got canceled because
I know, which is unfortunate because actually the guy. Now this is crazy. You can go back through my videos. I actually had the guy message me because I reviewed it right away, and the makers messaged me, and I was talking back and forth with them, and they shared my video. It's probably like my most watched video. I don't know how many people, but I was like I woke up the next morning. I'm like, I had like 20 views or something. I woke up the next morning and I had like 1,000 or something. Like, whoa, what happened? And it's like, I don't know, and it's like they had shared it back then. So that was pretty cool. So I was like, yeah, and it was a great show too. Brennan,
there's rumors that Ezra Bridger just got cast in the live action Star Wars universe.
Ezra who?
Ezra Bridger. It's like Star Wars character. Like
you're talking about Ezra. Yeah. So Brennan is saying he's optimistic for the movie if they just follow through in the
I don't know if
if the violence is there in the fatalities, that's cool.
Well, is rumors to be the Latin guy. So yeah.
Oh. Yeah, James Wan is Mortal Kombat, right? He's not directing it, but he produced it or something.
Who? James
Wan.
Oh yeah, he's like a producer on it.
He did the Saw movies.
Yeah.
I love Saw. All of them.
Like the first two, and that's it. I
can't get into it.
No, I love them all.
I'd be
for
so
the
mad.
CGI for Aquaman, the last battle was like, who was it? What the hell was that? Like Aquaman CGI was like Black Panther fight scene.
I don't know about that. Like, I mean, personally, for me, I think they captured. But I mean, the one thing that I will say, yes, you had to have a lot of CGI in that last battle because that was literally what the comics really showed on that. And plus, they were battling over the throne. You were going, and that's another thing too with Aquaman.
Underwater,
they practically did an entire trilogy in one movie, and that's really gonna be. Is it the movie that really did everything? And that's the thing. What I'm trying to say is like the sequel is going to has to be something bigger because if they don't, it really just kind of shows that they really kind of did too much on that first film because those sequels are not going to come close to that first film. And that's just how I feel. I mean, granted, you could criticize it to being, it's over CGI and this. It had to be that. It cannot go any than just what it is. Granted,
definitely.
I personally feel like with Black Panther, there was a lot of problems with it, but yet again, I feel like
I think the CGI was rushed. It was rushed. The CGI
in the end of Black Panther, it looked very weird.
It was rushed.
It was weird.
Yeah.
They needed to
I don't
have.
know how they're gonna do Black Panther. I know they're gonna say that.
They gotta kill him
die from a disease or something like that. So yeah, and then Sherry might take over.
I heard we're gonna have Atlantean kill yours truly, Black Panther, but I'm like, I will not be surprised if it's a Tuma.
But Namor better be in this movie. Now, if we get Namor in Black Panther 2, then people's gonna be like, if we see Namor Black Panther 2, people's gonna be like, oh my God, Namor's a ripoff of Aquaman. No, he's not. DC copied Namor and then named Aquaman. So, yeah. But if we see Namor in Black Panther 2, which I hope so, because Universal was going to do a movie about Namor back in the 2000s. Thank God they never did. And then the Marvel got the rights to Namor. I just want to see Namor live action.
But
hoping,
Anthony, I think so. What you're
I mean,
forgetting.
personally, for me, I'm just hoping we have.
I love Namor as a character.
Passing of the
like,
torch.
He's the first Marvel character. The first.
What?
No, see, but the thing with Namor, though, I think we've all seen this. Remember how Days of Future Past, like Avengers, that said they were going to do Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch, and then we heard like a week later that the X-Men were bringing in Quicksilver first. Like they just totally ruined all their plans.
It's because
they really need to beat out DC. They really need to show how he's different from Aquaman. He cannot be a nice guy.
Definitely, I agree with that because like I know people's gonna say, yeah, he's a ripoff for Aquaman. But he came first. If you read the comics, he came first in Aquaman. But like, if they introduce him,
that doesn't matter to the casual fan, though. But like, whoever came first doesn't matter to the casual fan. It's whoever comes first, whoever they see.
We lost Edgar. So if he wants to come back on, he can. If not, you can let me know in the chat, Edgar, if you want to come back. I can repost the link if it's not there anymore. Namor is my favorite Marvel character. You guys, I don't know if I can turn this and you can see like.
I see Namor right there.
Oh, I see.
So that's
right
and not only that, but I actually have one of the pages, the color guides. I don't know if you know of like the old school days of like comic books. There'd be like a color guide, so it'd have like every number would be a color, and those are one-offs.
Yeah.
And I've got a page from Namor. Namor is my favorite Marvel character, one of my favorite characters in general. So, and I love Aquaman as well. I have an Aquaman tattoo. I don't know if you can't tell. Nice. It's hard to show, but I have an Aquaman tattoo. I don't have a Namor tattoo because he's a naked guy, so I don't know what to do with him.
Yeah, like he's naked. Like let's give.
They're gonna
give him an outfit in the movie.
Yeah,
I
want naked Namor.
If they give him an outfit in the movie, because I mean, come on, people's gonna why the hell Namor's naked in Black Panther? Like what?
Well,
why is naked? I mean, look, he's wearing a green pants. That's it.
So I actually have a print of this, and I met this artist. It's Joe Jusko, and I met him at a con, and he's great. And I've got this print signed right behind me, and I was going to frame it and everything. I want Namor. I would love to see Namor in this costume, and if you do it right and don't make fun of it or try to make it sound silly.
I think you will wear the black suit, the one that we just saw.
Yeah, the black suit one. Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
I think they're gonna show Namor doing this when he's like lounging, like he'll like go out for like a morning stroll and he'll come back.
Yeah, the black suit. Yeah, makes sense.
I still think they should do him as a villain.
What is with the deep V neck? What is with the deep V? Okay, what is with?
He's got to show off the chest.
He's got to show off the abs.
I don't know. Like no.
This was a great series. This was by Chip Zdarsky,
and
it was amazing. And I met Chip. He came to Mississauga Library, and I met him, and I got a photo with him and talked to him. And he signed my my Spectacular Spider-Man when he was on that run.
Yeah, but like they've been hinting at Namor since Age of Ultron. Well, no, the first Avenger and Age of Ultron. Yeah, they've been hinting at Namor for a long ass time, and then name drop him again in. I think was Infinity, no Endgame. I would think it was Endgame, yeah. But
no, all right. No, they referenced it in Endgame, but I don't. When did they mention it in Age of Ultron?
I think there was like I don't know if it was a deleted scene or actual. I think it was actual scene like sort like. When they was looking at Wakanda, I think I forgot. Oh, I gotta rewatch Age of Ultron again.
That's a horrible thing to do.
I don't like rewatching Marvel movies. Like I hate rewatching Marvel movies sometimes. For like, I don't know.
No, I love watching them again, even the crappier ones.
True. Yeah. The only best trilogy in the MCU is Captain America. That's the best.
Yeah,
Captain America's awesome.
The best.
Yeah. I don't that's a really good one, but I'm throwing in Thor.
Oh, Thor, yeah, true. Like, Thor and Captain America is neck to neck now.
I didn't like Thor 2 as much. Oh. Go ahead, Edgar. Or go ahead, Gray Mountain.
They were trying something different.
Yeah, true, definitely.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead,
I'm
Gray.
sorry for jumping in.
No, great.
No,
See,
go ahead.
Okay. Okay. The thing about Thor is it was we saw the how it progressed into a comedy because we
Right.
always saw Thor do something really funny, like I'm the god of thunder, nothing can change, and then he gets tased. That was
Right.
funny.
Right.
The
Yeah.
second one, him and Loki going back and forth, that was funny. Chris Hemsworth is a comedic genius. It
Yeah,
just
he's funny.
and then we saw it in Thor Ragnarok, and you're like, this is what it's supposed to be the entire time. Thor is supposed to be funny. He's a big goof.
Thor Ragnarok's my favorite Marvel
forget.
movie.
The problem ends up being the same problem we talked about with the Star Wars sequels is Natalie Portman and the love story. It just drags
Yeah, that was dragged.
movies down, man. Like, she should just not be a love interest in any movie.
No.
Sorry.
The thing is, Captain America and Agent Carter are awesome, man.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
But then when we saw it with Sharon Carter, you just felt like, ew, that's not right. Something's
He's going from
wrong.
one to the other. He's going from one to the other, man. What's going on?
She's okay.
No. Sharon Carter her and Steve had no chemistry. It just seemed weird.
Yeah.
Like Peggy was dope.
Yeah.
Peggy was dope.
Yeah. Peggy was awesome.
Yeah, people say Small Hulk was a dumbass idea in Endgame. I was like, I don't know.
Like, all right. Also, another movie that was really good that not a lot of people give credit to, The Incredible Hulk.
Oh,
yeah, that was a good. Yeah, I like the movie.
That was so good, but people always like, oh, okay. A lot of the Hulk hate comes from those old fans from the 80s who never read the comics but saw the TV show, and they think they know who he is. I'm like,
I would love to see
Bruce
that.
Banner. Also, can we get more American actors, please, in these movies? Like,
they're all
every
British.
female is British.
Like the MCU, like they always cast a lot of white people. They don't cast Latinos or British or like different like colors. Color people or like different race. Like this would cast different race. I don't get why MCU doesn't do that.
Yeah, Edward Norton was the best.
Thank you, Bell.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He is the best Hulk. Well, Ruffalo's right there with him.
Yeah, he's right there.
You can't
they're
really
both
compare.
the same though. Like they say they're both the same. But like I think like
no, but Anthony.
I think after when She-Hulks come out, they're gonna take out like Small Hulk away. Like Small Hulk was, I don't know what. I mean, it was okay idea, I guess, for Endgame, but like, yeah, Bruce Banner needs to take away Small Hulk.
Marvel has this whole thing where they think intelligence is almost evil. Like, J-Man, you're reading in X-Force lately. They're making Beast seem like he's a really bad guy, but if you look at it from his perspective, perspective, exactly. And this is stuff that he's been doing for years, and now all of a sudden they have a problem with it.
Dude, I know. I'm with you on that. I love Beast. I saw you got I couldn't get that Funko Pop Beast. Like I tried to get him at the shop. They were sold out.
Beast is a smart character. They're like in the Fox movies. They try him like they always seem like he's a dumbass. Like, come on.
Yeah.
No. That's a perception they want to put out there because people nowadays this is not just comic movies. This is a lot of movies. Like a lot of they seem to think you're too smart for your own good. If you're too smart for your own good, eventually you're going to be a bad guy, which isn't the case. Like that's why like Beast in the 2010s X-Men movies, he would know not to get with Mystique. He
knows like, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Like Mystique,
Mystique
is a stupid character.
I hate Mystique. I can't stand her.
Please recast Marvel. Marvel, please cast a good actor or actress for Mystique and your next reboot X-Men, please. I like the one from the 2000s.
Get Rebecca Romaine back. Bring Rebecca Romaine
Yeah.
back.
Yes, I did bring her back.
Rebecca Romaine
Yes.
was a trooper. She was a trooper.
Yeah.
She did she took the makeup like a champ. And what did Jennifer Lawrence, aka Derek Zoolander face, do?
Right.
All she did was complain. And
Like, yeah. The makeup was the first girl who played Mystique.
Lawrence only has one look. Really, it's this.
Yeah. Yeah,
If you see behind the pictures of Mystique, the original Mystique who played her, like she didn't give no fuck if she was wearing makeup on her. Like
right, she was great.
She was great, but when you watch Jennifer Lawrence, she's like, "Oh my god, this shit like hurts. Like this is sticky. Like
oh my god, I have to be up at 5 a.m.
I know. And you know what's funny?
Millions of dollars.
So I'll say this about the Mystique character. This is a big mistake because they said her character was about mutants being treated as equals and not having to hide. Yet she's always out of her blue skin. She's always in normal skin. She hides all the time in that movie. If she truly believed that mutants shouldn't hide, then she would be blue all the time.
You think Marvel's gonna use makeup or CGI Mystique when they reboot the
makeup? It's cheaper. Makeup is way cheaper.
Yeah, makeup would make like doing a CGI Mystique would be like, I don't know how that work.
They would need to get a character actor. They would need to get like a female Andy Serkis, maybe not up to that level, but like someone
Andy
who
Serkis
doesn't care about getting on the makeup. Someone who is physical. Someone who could do be like Anthony said, have the person when Mystique's blue, have that be a stunt double, and then when they change her, they have the regular actress.
That's true.
And they just do face swap. Any differences they can say, oh, that's just her powers. Like, she was 6 foot. Now she's 5'2".
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, that's how I see myself.
I like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Like I know Marvel's gonna recast him because he's done. Like there's no way he's gonna be in shape if they bring him back as Logan. Like Hugh Jackman, like he's in shape now, but like he's not gonna work out in the gym all the way again.
No, he's very skinny right now. He's done. He's done with Wolverine for a bit.
Yeah, he's done. Like working out for 18 years, to keep up a role like that, that's hard to do for like 18 years.
He was thinking about the money.
Every day.
I'm making this money.
Let me get my 50 million. Let me get my 50 million. Ooh.
Hey, he earned every penny though. He earned
he's awesome.
Even in X-Men 3.
Penny. Yeah.
You saw X-Men 3. Remember when he got thrown through the top of thrown through the house and then came
He did his own stunt.
He did
that stunt.
All I remember from X-Men 3 is like Juggernaut was horrible, and what was it? Jean Grey stood there for 40 minutes while the action was happening in front of her.
Juggernaut is like Juggernaut's X3. He's like, I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, that was hilarious at the time.
Like, and then Deadpool 2 did. I think Deadpool 2 did Juggernaut way better than the.
Oh God, yes. Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
I hope Marvel used that CGI version of Juggernaut because that was Ryan Reynolds who did the voice for Juggernaut, which I'm surprised.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
As much as I hate Deadpool, his movies are really like. I hate Deadpool. Let me tell you, I hate Deadpool. He's so annoying. Just put a
when they talk
bullet in his head. No, he sucks as a person.
Like for me, Ryan Reynolds is a great actor. Like he's very good. Like we're not gonna talk about Green Lantern because the studio did that nigga. He did him dirty. Why? Green Lantern was a garbage movie.
Here's the thing about Deadpool. Like anybody could do that. Like. Yes. Seriously, Ryan Reynolds being Deadpool is not as not that special. You get anybody. You could have gotten Sean William Scott, the guy who plays Stifler from the American Pie movies, to be Deadpool.
I know who he is.
You could have gotten Chris Evans if he passed on Captain America to do Deadpool. It's not hard to do it.
I mean,
I think,
because Deadpool is a Canadian character who just talk to people and make fucking stupid jokes, and that's it.
It's Ferris
yeah,
Bueller.
like
He's essentially Ferris Bueller or Zach
Yeah,
Morris.
he's like the Joker, but like making jokes to people and
No.
like and stuff.
Joker's another one.
I think they need.
Why don't they just kill Joker? Like Batman could just call Martian Man. Hey, bro, I need you to get a laser at this spot at like 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, kill you.
Yeah, kill Joker. It's easy.
Yeah, Joker is used quite a lot.
Like I love Joker. Like he's a great character for Batman. Like Dark Knight Rises was Dark Knight was very good. Jockey, the 2019 Joker was not the Joker to me. Like what is that? Like he was
no, that's the
Joker
romanticized Joker. You gotta remember,
like that was a man
Squad
playing as the
really.
Joker. Yeah.
No, but Suicide Squad really made Joker into like Harley Quinn and Joker into like relationship goals. I remember seeing so many memes saying like, I want somebody to burn the. I
agree.
I want someone to burn the world down with me. Like that's not a healthy relationship. No.
No.
So this is how
like
Sid and
Harley
Nancy
Quinn
got started.
Yes.
But it's also not Joker. Joker would be like, he wouldn't be like, I want someone to burn down the world with me. He'd be like, oh, you're here? Oh, I'm going to burn down the world. You should probably leave. Like, if you want. Like, that's Joker. Like, Joker has no feelings for anyone. He's insane. He might have
don't
feelings
give two
for like
fucks.
30
He will
seconds.
kill you easily if you play with him.
All right, so we got so Brendan, yes, he's a Ryan Reynolds fan. He is Deadpool, comedic timing. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is a good actor.
Wilder.
And the thing is that I think Ryan Reynolds is an ambassador for Deadpool. The reason why Ryan Reynolds, people love him so much is that he's embraced that character and gone out and be like, I'm Deadpool, yay. It's like when you have someone who's enthusiastic for the role, like you've got these actors who are like, I've been cast as Batman, like Christian Bale. He's like, I did Bruce Wayne, I did Batman. And then that's an acting gig and he moves on to the next acting gig. Whereas Ryan Reynolds, it's like, yeah, I'm Deadpool. No one's going to be Deadpool but me. I'm the only Deadpool there ever is. And it's like, and he's so excited about Deadpool that you feel more excited for him. Like
and you got to be lucky that Disney didn't recast him.
They would never, because there'd be massive backlash.
Definitely.
Disney be stupid if they recast Ryan.
Yeah,
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, like the last two Deadpool make, if you combine them like 1.4 billion in the box office, if you combine them both, like, and plus Deadpool 3 is gonna be R-rated, so like, I mean, the first Disney R-rated thing, I'm surprised it's R-rated, but yeah,
Joker is more complex. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's more complex for sure.
Well, I think Deadpool has some hidden complexity that we don't know.
And the comics, Deadpool is crazy. Like,
no,
Deadpool.
No, Deadpool is one of those guys with these huge delusions of grandeur. He thinks he was in the X-Men. Where remember when he tried to go to Krakoa and they were like, nope, not you. Nope.
See,
you gotta go.
The problem with Deadpool is you get him in a room with you and you could be like, stand him for like 15 minutes and then you'd be like, leave. Like he would just, because everything is a joke. So it's joke after joke after joke. And finally you're overwhelmed and you're like, my God.
So, the thing is, it's not a paycheck. And the thing is that
for sure.
When they were getting, now I don't know if anyone listens to Rob Liefeld's podcast, because I actually do. I like Rob Liefeld. Don't unsubscribe me. I
listen to his podcast.
Yeah, and he was talking about when they did Deadpool, of course, because that's all he praises is Deadpool. But like he was saying that like they got Ryan and they got all these guys together to film that sequence to sell that as the movie, and it's like literally. It's like Ryan Reynolds is so excited to play Deadpool that he's willing to like go through anything to play it, right?
Yeah.
And when you have someone who's so into it, it's very difficult. You become like I don't like Deadpool in the comics. And Gray Malkin, I don't know if you like him or not.
No,
I'm not a comic book I don't either. Yeah.
Like Deadpool, like jokes around with in the comics. He fuck around with every fucking character. Like, come on, man.
It's too
Jesus
much.
Christ.
And I've tried every time. Like Kelly Thompson did her Deadpool, I was like, I just can't get into it. But Ryan Reynolds, I really like him in Deadpool. It's like I like the movies more than the character in the comics. And it's like that's one of the few times that's really happened, I think.
See, the thing with Deadpool, they wanted to be Marvel's Bugs Bunny. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. Like they want him. Well, Bell. Here's the thing about Joker. He just put 2 in the back of his head. Done. You're done.
But, he killed Barbara Gordon.
Kill.
No. He doesn't need to get. Batman doesn't need to do it. Get Red Hood to do it.
Red Hood be like, Joker don't give a hell.
I'm ready. I'll do this in daylight.
like Joker in the comics, he don't give two fucks. Like he will, like he killed, he shot Barbara Gordon in the back and the spine. Don't care. I would he doesn't care. Like Joker's a crazy character to be with. If you was in a room with Joker, I don't know how will you escape the room.
I'd be scared.
I would just come in with a baseball bat. Like first person says something, they're getting a baseball bat to the face. Yeah. Like I'm looking at you, Joker. You killed prominent Suicide Squad for no reason.
Deadpool not as much. So Deadpool a little bit overrated. Yeah, maybe a little bit overrated. Only because he's so hyped. It's like Now I go to the comic shop every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. And you got people in there and you know who they are. And I don't want to belittle people or make fun of them because I want people to go to the comic shops. I want people to support the industry.
Yeah, of course.
But they come in and Gray, if you're in there, they come in there, oh yeah, Deadpool, I want this. And it's like, okay, I mean, that's great, but there's other characters that you can
buy other characters. Stop buying the same bullshit all over again. Like damn.
And they keep OPing all their other characters. Sorry,
stop.
Yeah, you're right. Like it's like Deadpool is not the only Marvel character there is, and you should see. I'm gonna tell you this story. This is fast. When I went, there was a Deadpool day at my shop. My comic shop is huge. They do stuff for the community. They do stuff for the police, the regional police. They do stuff for homeless. They do food drives. They do a lot of stuff at my shop. So I went there for a Deadpool day, and they actually had a guy dressed as Deadpool. I'll get the picture in a minute. And he was spot on, and he was acting like Deadpool. So they went there, and I don't even care about Deadpool. I don't read the comics or any of that stuff. So we're sitting there, and they had a quiz, and they're like, whatever. It was like first question is like, who created, Deadpool or something, right?
Yeah.
And nobody's answering, and it was packed, and I'm like, and they're like Jay, and it's like boom. It's like okay. Then they're like, what was the other? They're like, what was his first? Like, where was he part of the Weapon X program, right? It's like they didn't know Rob Liefeld. They didn't know Nicieza. I can never pronounce that guy's name.
Nicieza.
Nicieza. They didn't know that. They didn't know Weapon X. Or Weapon 11 or whatever. They didn't know anything. And I'm like, and I don't know anything. I've only read the first 3 story arcs of Deadpool, and that's all I ever knew. And I'm answering these questions, and I won all the prizes. And I'm thinking, how did I do? And because everyone there is just there because they love Ryan Reynolds and they love Deadpool. Now that's great. It brought people to the shop and they bought other things. So that's good. But it's not just Deadpool.
What's up, Truth?
Truth is in here. What's going on?
I love Deadpool, but when we see Deadpool cross over with the Marvel characters in the next couple of years with the movies, do not make Deadpool. I just hope they do not make Deadpool a fucking pussy when they meet the other Marvel characters.
No, they're not.
It'd be helpful if they didn't. Yeah,
please don't make Deadpool joke around with every character and with the Avengers, with Doctor Strange, with Spider-Man. Do not do that. I mean, he loves Spider-Man in the comics, but don't do that. Please don't do that, Marvel.
So we got the Truth on here. He basically, I'm surprised he's not streaming right now because he streams every 5 minutes.
I think he might live stream later tonight.
No, he literally streams anytime there's anything that has the words D and C or the letters D and C. So if DC announces something, live stream. I can't keep up with it. I try to go on when I can, and like I pop in and I'm like, dude, it's like he streams all day. I'm at work and I'm seeing streaming, or upcoming stream. So he's like all over the place.
It's wild. Now, like, but with Deadpool, like Ryan Reynolds, he is the character. But here's the thing: Ryan Reynolds can't really do anything else besides that. Like he's stuck in that Van Wilder character.
Yeah.
I've seen him in other stuff, and he's okay, but he's not great. Like this,
he even played that in
Deadpool was like his last. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I was going to say, like, even in Blade 3, when he played Hannibal, it's Deadpool. It's him quipping and swearing and stuff. It's the same exact thing.
Oh, back even further. 2 guys, a girl, and a pizza place. And he was doing that shtick back then too.
Like even in Blade 3,
that's
like
all he knows. That's his thing. Every movie he does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Even in Blade 3, like he was playing like Deadpool too.
Yeah.
Like
he was creative though.
Yeah, it was creative
he,
though.
He called somebody a horse raping bitch. I'm like,
damn. A horse rape, like damn.
I did see him play someone different once. And that was in that Denzel Washington movie, Safe House. And he was terrible. He was terrible. He didn't know. It looked like he knew what to do. He's like, wait a minute, I can't joke every 5 minutes. What the hell do I do? He was terrible.
Yeah, like Denzel. You saw Denzel literally aging in that movie because he was carrying the. He was just carrying.
Like Denzel Washington
like,
always
lousy
carry
pretty
people
boy
in
actors.
Well, I got to tell you, man. Well, Denzel carries a lot of actors.
Yeah, he carries a lot of actors. Like he carried them. Like every Denzel Washington, I love every Denzel Washington movies. Like he's a
Denzel Washington's the best.
Like Denzel,
that's
like,
it. There's nothing else to talk about.
I think
he got Lex Luthor. Just saying.
Yeah.
Can you imagine him talking to Superman? Like, I know what you're thinking. Like, I know you. I know you. He's like, I got the kryptonite bullet. I have a gun.
Did anyone see? Did you guys like Virtuosity?
Yeah, I remember that.
That was the first THX movie, or it was one of the first THX movies I saw in the theater, and oh my god, we're just like, and that was Denzel versus Russell Crowe.
Yeah,
and Sid 6.7 or whatever, and it's like the sound was out of this world. We were just like, this is the greatest thing like that's ever happened. We were dying over it
until Star Wars Episode 1 came out.
Episode 1, the you mean Senate Wars? Senate Wars.
Episode 1 for 5 hours in the movie theater.
Yeah. Like in my opinion, like Denzel
20 minutes of good
play.
stuff.
Yeah, like Denzel Washington should play like a Marvel character, but I don't know which one though.
I don't know.
Like I see him in the future playing like a Marvel character. Like people want him as like Professor X. I was like, I don't know, he could.
No.
Yeah, like that would be like Malcolm X again. Yeah, like I see fan.
I don't think he could be a Marvel character. Like
I don't know who he could
really
be.
Good as Lex Luthor or Lex Luthor.
Yeah, he has to be like one of the more intelligent characters.
He has to be like smoothly aggressive, and that's more of DC guys.
Yeah,
it's like he would have been a great Maxwell Lord, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like if it were from the comics,
he would make a really good
the comic version. Yeah.
He would make a really good Two-Face.
Yeah.
Denzel? That wouldn't be bad.
Two-Face. Who is Batman's best villain? Let's talk about that.
He is the best.
Yeah, great.
Oh, that's
that. Yeah.
Oh, Gray Malkin and Sean. That's a team up.
Yeah, Two-Face is the best. I love him as he's my favorite Batman villain.
Yep.
Because he's Bruce Wayne's friend turned, and then Batman feels some guilt for that. You know, it's awesome.
Yeah. Mine's the Riddler, man.
And also think about it. And the thing about it is, Two-Face is not a one-dimensional character. His whole thing is based off the coin. So he could, like, based on the luck of the draw, he could be a villain. He could be a villain, or he could be a good guy that day.
Yeah.
Just depending on like.
Except for in Batman Forever, where he keeps flipping
Yeah,
it
flipping it until he got the result he wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, he keeps
Yeah,
flipping it until it
yeah.
becomes bad.
That's why Batman
Val Kilmer,
Forever is the worst one. It ruined Two-Face and the Riddler. So your guys' favorites and my favorite. So it's like the hell
Like
with it,
Tommy
man.
Lee Jones, like he hated Jim Carrey, like in the set of Batman
Yeah.
Forever. He hated him so much because Jim Carrey was a popular actor in the '90s. He
Yeah.
still is.
Yeah, he
but
just
don't
got
make other
big.
movies.
Like,
Yeah.
he just finished Dumb and Dumber. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He just finished Ace Ventura, and he was about to film Dumb and Dumber when he did that.
And The Mask.
That was a
He
big
did
check
The Mask
for him.
too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Man, I hope, like, I hope they don't ever remake the Mask movie. Like, I love the Mask.
Tried.
I love that movie too.
There's no reason to. There's like it's perfect the way
Like,
it is.
no reason to. Like the CGI still hold up. Like,
It's good because it was cartoony.
Yeah.
So it was done
Also,
well.
Cameron Diaz. Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wow, I know.
Look at her legs, bro.
I know. Then she became this skinny skeleton. I don't know what happened to her.
She looks the best in that movie. She's in several other movies, but I don't know. She's just shot better in that film. I don't know.
She's so skinny. She became so skinny
She's
that
a
it was
toothpick,
like,
man.
yeah. Mask was perfect. It's like,
Mask was awesome. I saw that in the theater. I was like,
So did
what
I.
the hell is this, man? This is awesome.
I saw it with my
Alright,
parents. I think my mom was with me.
If you were to put Cameron Diaz in a Marvel movie, who would you put her as?
Madam Mask, like the Iron Man villain.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
See, I would have put her as the Wasp because she, but then I remember like, I was confusing her with Wonder Man because like she could she could be Dazzler.
Oh, yeah.
I think she has a pop star, been famous her entire life.
Yeah, I could see that.
they had the girl from the Orville playing Dazzler in Dark Phoenix.
Who? Pilecki?
No, the girl, the one with the who was strong.
That was Dazzler. Yeah,
that was Dazzler in Dark.
She
Phoenix.
looked good in that movie. She's there for 5 seconds, but
She's only there for 5 seconds. She looked good. Yeah. Well, she left Orville, and then her next role was Dazzler, and then after that, she was like nothing. So I don't know what was. Her name is like Halston Sage or something.
Yeah.
I'll find her.
No, like if there's one thing I would change about the X-Men movies, I would eliminate the whole school aspect. Let's take it back to the 90s, back when there was like 13 X-Men living at the school, because that I understand that the school is a very big thing, but it wasn't for a long time.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that they rebooted it, and then they tried to merge the two.
So that's her.
Yeah.
They rebooted it. They tried to merge the two, and that didn't work. And then they just continued on from the new series.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what they're
like. No, they should have gone Lord of the Rings with it, because when X-Men came out, Lord of the Rings was like they should have had like a trilogy of movies. Like take half the team, put them in an adventure, and put the other team in an adventure, and then at the end they meet up. I kind of got the idea from one of those old X-Men novels. Like, wait, this is amazing. Why don't they just do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, do the classic team and do the giant size X-Men team. And then have them team up. Because the giant size X-Men team is the team everyone wants, right?
Right.
I want the classic team as well, but yeah.
Well, the classic
team, like the first movie, it should just be about the 5.
Yeah.
Like that should be like coming of age, like a real coming of age movie. I'm thinking like the villains. You don't need Magneto. You can bring in Juggernaut. You can bring in Unistan. Like really, really have some fun with it. And then the next movie. Then we do Giant X-Men. Like every movie, it's been X amount of years, and people will come and go, and you can just say, "Oh, this person's there. This person's there." Like it's there's so many dialogue.
Yeah, there's so many possibilities with X-Men, and that's what's frustrating about the Fox movies. They squandered it all. Like they didn't do Savage Land. They didn't even do Mr. Sinister. They didn't do any of that stuff, and you can,
didn't even
if you
do
were
space.
savvy, you could have done solo movies too, interspersed with the team movies. They could have been a juggernaut. Like,
Yeah.
no pun intended, but yeah.
Tommy Lee did have potential, and then they did nothing with that character because they ruined it.
Yeah.
I was excited when they cast him. I was like, this is going to be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought Tommy Lee Jones would be great. When I saw Tommy Lee Jones, I thought, wow, this is going to be fantastic. And then it was just so
Right?
awful.
Because he just did that Harrison Ford movie, The Fugitive.
Fugitive?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just did
He was great.
And
Yeah,
so
he,
you thought
he
like,
had too much
make a really
Adam West
long movie.
Batman. Yeah, he had too much Adam West Batman villain in him. I think that's what he was taking inspiration from.
Well, he was just copying what Carrie was doing.
He was not good as Two-Face. Like,
he was just copying what Carrie was doing. Carrie was going, so Tommy Jones was following suit. I'm like,
I blame that on Joel Schumacher, though.
I blame it on him
He
too.
was like him, like just go over the top. Like
it's a comic book. I hated that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because
he said that
he merged comic as in, stand-up comic.
Right.
Well, no, he just thought it was stupid. If it's stupid, it's a comic book. You know, that was the thinking in the 90s, though. And then Batman and Robin changed all that. It shat the bed so hard that everyone ran scared from it and tried to be more grounded, right?
Yeah,
so,
right after you logged off, we were talking about Batman. Robin,
that was my big hot take on that movie.
I was like, Sean's got the take on that. He knows it was very important.
Sean secretly loves Batman and Robin because of that, because it was the breaking point.
I don't secretly love it. I just love it. It's great.
We needed it. No, but also remember, after Batman and Robin, we got Spawn. We got the Phantom. We had all these really,
I love the Phantom.
Comic
Are those after?
And then we got Blade.
Yeah, Spawn could have been a great movie if they would have not focused. Like I remember, like Michael J. Watson, like the guy, the director wanted to focus on like CGI instead of the storyline, which that was fucking retarded. Like,
also it was the 90s.
Yeah, true.
Like you can make a movie with CGI and make $100 million opening weekend.
Yeah,
that's what they were trying to do.
Yeah. Like, I hope they respond. I hope they make Spawn into a TV series or like a movie. Like out of those two.
Yeah, they need to do something more with Spawn.
With that.
I thought Todd McFarlane was making a Spawn movie, and we never heard
Todd
about it.
McFarlane's always making a Spawn movie.
He's a damn liar, man.
I have letters pages from like Spawn 7 and stuff where he's talking about Spawn 2. It's like that is never gonna happen.
Yo, he's a liar. He's a damn liar.
Yeah,
you know why? Because no studio wanted to produce the damn movie. That's why.
Yeah.
But nobody's gonna take him serious. Like, come on.
No.
Like the Spawn movie is dead. It's dead.
Well, until it's alive again. Like
true.
I mean, and then like Rob Liefeld wants to make profit. It's like the I don't. He's been all over that profit. He wants profit. Yeah, big time.
Well, how many years have they been making Sandman for Neil Gaiman? Like how many years have they heard that?
I think that's gonna.
Hey, Neil Gaiman. Hey, they made American Gods. Okay, Neil Gaiman's work. It's you can translate it.
You could do it. Yeah, they did.
It's not hard to do.
My wife loves Neil Gaiman. She's read everything, I think, except for Sandman, because she reads manga. She doesn't read American comics. But other than that, she's read all of his books and novels. And
Netflix is making the Sandman. I think
Netflix
TV
is doing
series,
something.
I believe, or movie.
Good.
They're doing something.
They need
I think it's a TV
Marvel and
series or
DC
movie.
content.
I'm not sure.
No, because like Marvel and DC have all the best characters. You really had to go indie in order to find something that's profitable. I mean,
what about Invincible?
Root, right? Huh?
Yeah, Invincible's coming out.
That's coming in. That's coming in like next month?
Yeah, pretty soon. Now I haven't read any. Now that's Robert Kirkman. I haven't read Invincible. Did anyone read it? Have any of you guys read that?
No.
I read some of it. It's cool. It's just like it's cool. It's darker. It gets dark really fast.
Okay.
Why didn't they make Battle Pope? That's the other Robert Kirkman thing. I read that before
Walking Dead?
Walking Dead, yeah.
Walking Dead.
Have you guys read you guys know the book Bitterroot? Bitterroot?
No.
Oh man. All right. All right, that's a comic book that who was the writer who did the last Power Man Iron Fist book?
The last one?
The last Iron Fist was the one where he teamed up with the kid, and then now there's that new Iron Fist. And previous to that was you're talking about the one where Jessica Jones is married to Thing and they have the kid? Yeah. Who did I could probably find it because I think I have it on my
I think
iPad.
I have it too.
David Walker or Chuck Brown? I'm only looking up the authors of Bitterroot, so
yeah. Okay, so look it up. Yeah.
All right, Chuck Brown. Apparently, Ryan Coogler, who did Black Panther and Creed, he wants to make that into a movie. I'm like,
wow,
yes, that's amazing. Because
I'm gonna read it.
If you look at read the I know you're gonna get. I want to warn you right now. You're gonna get a lot of Supernatural comparisons. You're gonna this feels like that show Supernatural, but it's better.
I haven't watched Steve, that's Steve's expertise right there.
All 15 seasons.
He's seen everything. I've seen zero Supernatural.
I stopped after the 5th season. I thought it was great after that. I'm like, yes, this is perfect. And then season 6 through 13 happened. Just saying.
6 through 15.
No. I know. I said it right. 13. The last 2 seasons were pretty good.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Eric Kripke only wanted it to run to 5, right? Like he said that. Like it was supposed to end after season 5. So when he left, it's like when Joss Whedon left Buffy after season 5. It wasn't the same. It's the same idea. I still like parts of Supernatural all the way through to the end. But it got into they're fighting God in the last season. I'm sort of like, okay, so they're going to beat God, and they sort of did it in a way that was okay. But I was like, holy crap!
Yeah, but they don't be friends. All their friends die.
I don't know. They're also, fighting God. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Also, this is just me. I'm just gonna play the race card right now, real quick. There was never any black people on that show. Just say, except for Rufus.
On Supernatural?
Yeah.
Because they're all good guys.
Rufus and the FBI agent who got killed.
Rufus, yeah. And
everybody else.
Yeah, and he got killed. He got killed after one episode, and he got killed right, and then he came back.
Yeah, that was kind of.
I'm now excited to see if there are more. Sorry, I'm now excited to see if there are more black people in Dukes of Hazzard than there are in Supernatural. Because there are more than people think in Dukes of Hazzard. So yeah.
Dukes of Hazzard was very progressive. It's like
there's the dentist was black. Everyone was black in that show, man. Well, not everyone, but
there was
and Sean,
more people in I Love Lucy than in Supernatural.
I have to watch that. Yeah.
No, but Dukes of Hazzard wasn't just using it to say oh, look how progressive we are.
No, there were characters that were just other hillbilly characters that were just that were just black actors that were coming through and playing those characters.
Which is great. It's that's great for
not that I'm super defending. I love Dukes of Hazzard, but I know it's a pariah right now. But I grew up in that time, so everyone had that.
Hey,
car.
It's okay.
Yeah,
hey, it's okay. I still like the Cosby Show.
Oh, yeah. I love Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Okay,
the show is the show. Yeah.
Okay, dude, guys, I'm sorry. I've seen Cosby Show every episode at least 7 times. I know
they're great.
The first 3 seasons, I can almost do every episode. My wife is like, "You're watching this again?" I'm like, and I can't get enough of it. I grew up with Bill Cosby. It pains me with all that stuff that's happened, but I don't know. All that show, it's so funny to me. And
every Saturday morning, man, Bad Albert. I woke up to
Fat
Fat
Albert's
Albert
great,
every
too.
Saturday
that's
morning.
before my time.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no, that was big when we were kids.
that was
Yeah.
huge.
And the Christmas special and everything. Yeah, it's a shame.
But
See,
But
like,
yeah,
see,
it's a shame.
my thing with Cosby is I like at first I didn't believe him, but once he got up to 50, you're like, yeah, he did it.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's
yeah. No one
nowadays.
talks about the.
Because all right,
Sorry,
No, 'cause
I was
my
going to
thing
say no one
about it
talks
was-
about the Brown Hornet, which was a superhero in the Fat Albert thing. They had
Universe.
shorts of the Brown Hornet.
Yeah,
Oh.
the brown.
They could totally do that.
really, the Brown Hornet.
It was
Show.
Bill
Come on,
Cosby
man,
with
that's
like
not cool.
it was
Yeah.
an animated Bill Cosby with a mask and everything, and he was the Brown Hornet.
I love
Oh,
Green Hornet.
Wait, was that his code name when he was out doing what he was doing? I'm
Oh,
Brown
no.
Hornet. Buzz.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
it's
dear.
just Cosby.
What do you? Okay. So we'll let's end off on this point, just because this has been brought up, and then we'll end it. What does everyone think about the changing of the name of Black Adam to what's it called? Shazadam. They're calling him Shazadam. I don't know if you guys have
Like,
seen that.
oh Jesus! Like, of course they're not gonna name that for the movie because Rock on.
God forbid you say anything black.
Yeah, they're not gonna change the movie to
So
Black Jazz. That's a stupid ass name.
so are they
stupid.
changing the title of the
For
movie?
DC Comics,
Shazam, or-
they stupid.
Let's get that up there. There you go.
Shazam? That
Yeah.
just seems like it's
So-
just put together. Like it
Yeah,
was really
that's for
lazy.
DC Comics only. But now not for the movie. They're gonna name the movie Black Adam, of course.
Okay. So they're good. So you're saying that's just a comic book thing only?
Yeah. That is just
So
whoever
here's my
came up
thing.
with that name. He should be fired immediately.
I think that was Bendis. That was Brian Michael Bendis.
Oh yeah.
He just left Superman, and people are not
But
happy
Bob
with
Harris
the
let
Superman.
it happen, though.
Yeah,
Bob Harris let
It
it
sounds-
happen, though. He is the editor over there.
sure. Yeah.
It just sounds like something you say when you sneeze.
Yeah.
Shazam.
Shazam!
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It seems like pandering to me.
That's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
To me, you can
Like-
make the name
No,
Black
like,
Adam work.
It's okay.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
No,
it's
go ahead, Gray.
all right, when you do inclusion, all right. When you do inclusion, when you just put in something, just say, "Hey, we're including everybody," and it looks like you're pandering. Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna, okay, Indiana Jones, there was no white people, but I liked it. A lot of people I know, because like it was a good story. You don't need to make a person who looks like you in order for it to sell. I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen this.
You know-
It's just people like there are other things. You don't.
Yeah.
You know,
But
when
honestly, Black Indiana Jones would be amazing.
when I was a kid, I loved Lando. I still love Lando. Luke
Yeah.
is the best character, but everyone knows, my friends know that Lando. And I wanted to like wear the cape and stuff. And I gotta tell you, I watch and I still do, and I have a lot of blaxploitation flicks. I love Fred Williamson.
Yeah.
Fred Williamson was someone who I really admired. Like Jim Brown.
Dolomite.
Jim Brown.
Dolomite. I have the Dolomite movies. That was a great Netflix movie. If you guys haven't seen Dolomite,
That was great.
that was very good. Human Tornado. Oh my God, I've seen that so many times. And the thing is that when I was younger, like because I watched all these movies, I adopted. Like I still would say what it is and all that. And then I'm like, should I not be saying that now? Because now I'm all scared to say that. And I'm like, but no, I love these movies. Fred Williamson to me was like the best. He made his own cigars. He would have them actually rolled and shipped to him from his own like I don't know, plantation or something. Like and I'm like, this guy's the coolest. And the thing is, it's like
Plantation?
I never.
Yeah, that's what he called it.
I don't know what he called
Sorry.
it. Yeah, he said. I don't know.
I'll play. This is funny.
No, it's so funny. I'm telling you. And he's like, "Oh, I got these made." He goes, "I always smoke my own cigars." I'm like, "This guy's the coolest guy." And Sean, you know this. This is
from one of the DVDs. Yeah,
this is from one of the DVDs. And I was
Yeah.
like, "This is so great." And the thing is, it's like I never identified with someone based on if they looked like me, because you haven't seen me. I was over 300 pounds. I've lost 100 pounds in about a couple of years. Yeah. So you can look back at my videos. Thank you. And so I never identified that way. I identified with somebody who I thought was cool and I want to be like them.
Yeah.
And Lando was cool. He owned Cloud City. He had that guy working for him, Lobot, who I thought was cool too. He had a cape. I'm like, man, this guy's awesome. And it's like, I just thought he was, and he blew up the Death Star. I was like, man, Lando is just the greatest ever. And then it's like, well, you shouldn't like him. You should like Han. And it's like, why should I like Han? It's like, I can like whoever I want to like.
Yeah.
And there's a
No, if Han Solo's a bad smuggler.
Yeah. Yes,
he's a horrible criminal. Like, why wouldn't you want to be like Lando? Like, really?
Yeah.
Jabba the Hutt, all he was doing was trying to get his money back. He was like,
right.
Hey, Han, you owe me money. Like, hey, Jabba, I was just about to call you. Like, money. That's Jabba. Han Solo is a shady dude.
Yeah.
And the fact that everybody loves him was like, okay. Yeah, he's a bad smuggler.
Yeah, he gets better. Like his whole thing is like by the end of that movie, like he's really good after. Like the first movie, it's like, oh, he's kind of a dick, but then he becomes awesome later, and then in like an Empire, he's cool, and then that's the whole progression of that character, which was lost in the sequels. He became a deadbeat dad.
No, him and Princess Leia looked like they were running meth for like 15 years. They look like they were on that Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right, I think we're gonna end it off here. I guess Gray, you're the only one who has Anthony. You don't have a channel, do you? Do you do anything, Anthony?
I don't.
You say what?
Anthony, you don't make videos and stuff, do you?
No.
All right. So Gray, you want?
I'm just a fan of.
All right, cool. So Gray, you want to just? I've been posting your link, and once this uploads, I'll post it into the comments, as well as Comic Book Fan who was on here. So if you want to plug anything, you can plug it right now. Go for it.
Take care, Brandon.
I'm still learning how to plug. 1407 Gray Malkin. I'm working on some really big stuff right now. I'm working on a timeline for the X-Men or how long they've been together. Let me tell you, it's a lot shorter than you think.
Oh, interesting.
Very.
All right, cool.
Very.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to post the link. And then if you ever want to come back, so I'm going to be doing this again next week. Friday after WandaVision again, and I'll be posting a link and phasing in. I'm gonna say phasing because I like the idea of like Kitty phasing in people. So it's like we're gonna phase in people. And so if you ever back on, if you want to come on, I'll be posting the link, and then you can come on again if you want. And then Sean, Steve. Yeah, cool. Go ahead, Greg.
I'm sorry. Thanks for the invite, man. It was beautiful. It's nice talking to you, Steven and Shaw. You guys are. I'm looking at the time. We've been chopping it up for almost 3 hours.
3 hours. I know. Steve and I are.
The sun is going down out here, man.
Steven and I play Marvel Strike Force. I am the leader of a squad on Marvel Strike Force mobile game, and I've literally not done anything. We're at war right now, and they can do without me. My commander's like, J-Man, where are you? I'm like, I'm doing a live stream. It's
like leave me alone. Right. I'll be there when I be there.
Yeah. All right, Steve, Steve, I'll put your link up as well. I don't know if you want to mention your book or anything real quick before we go.
Yeah, I've written 3 novels. I'm doing all sorts of writing all the time. I write for a couple of websites, Action Elite and the Movie Elite. And my website is StephenBallAuthor.com. I write a little bit of everything fiction. So check it out if you're interested.
Cool. All right, and Sean, you do nothing but talk to me all day.
I do nothing but just work.
You were saying, Sean and I.
Sean, I see what you're doing with that rogue strand in your beard, bro. I like it.
Oh
Yeah.
my
A little
god!
rogue strand, white strand. I see what you're doing.
My wife hasn't seen Sean in a year now, and she was walking by while we were talking, and she's like, "Who's that?" I was like, "That's Sean. He used to be clean shaven," and I was like, "That's Sean." She's like, "Oh
That's
my
gray
god,
beard.
it's Sean."
That's my lockdown beard.
That's the lockdown beard, man.
It's
It
sent us
started
home to
4 years
work, and
ago.
it's like I've never shaved since. So,
All right, guys. All right. So it's been great. This has been a great stream. I'm glad everyone was able to come on. So thanks so much for everyone who watched. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next week for more WandaVision talk and whatever else comes up. All right, guys. Thanks so much, man. See you later.
No problem. Thank you.